Kia ora te whānau. Welcome along to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre, Pukekohe, with just a touch of chlorine about the air, because it's a wonderful venue for a Sales NBL and Rapid League matchup between these two teams. It's the Battle of the 09. It's the Franklin Bulls hosting the Auckland Tuatara. Andrew Mulligan and Casey Frank with Charlie Dalton, former Tuatara player, on hand for this one. And gentlemen, Rapid League, rapid by name, rapid by nature. Charlie, you played a little bit of rapid. What do you like about it, just quickly?
Oh, mate, I love rapid. It's a good chance to warm up the body, warm up the shot, and get out there and have a little bit of fun. You know, obviously it does have high expectations, and it means a lot for the teams in terms of the Sales NBL as well, but it's a good chance to just get out there and have a bit of fun as we get into some of the fixtures and results. Recently, the Airs took over the Jets. The Phi, they get back closer to the top of the table up against the Hawks, and well, right after today, we got the Nuggets taking on the Sharks in Dunedin, and then at Fly Palmy Arena, the Jets.
Yeah, some King's birthday hoops as they're all chasing the Tuatara and the Phi at the top of the table. The Saints right there as well, just differences on points percentage. After that, the wins drop off precipitously. But none of these teams today need to worry about the second page, because they are all focused on the top of the table. Two squads that have been playing very well in the Rapid League, but none better of late than this Tuatara squad right here, Moles.
Starting five for your Tuatara. We've got Josh Wiley, Daly Pohio, Dylan Wilkie, Casey Wane, and Josh Ledger is the captain, and Isaac Davidson, he's on the bench for the Tuatara, and he's back in the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre, this time though for their rivals from up the State Highway 1. And here is the starting five for the Franklin Bulls: Brody Perry, Peyton Hughes, Hunter Saville, Zion Anderson, and Adahi Marsh. And as you may or may not know, the under-20s going on at the moment, the Nationals, so a lot of Rapid League teams short of some of their star players, competing at under the national level there, under-20s. Here's how the head-to-head looks, and for the Tuatara, not bad, Charlie.
No, I mean, we're bang even on points per game, so this one should be a fun one. Both teams averaging 37 points per game. Pretty even on the assists, and the rebounding is where it comes to difference, Casey.
Dead even on the scoring, but the scoring defense, that's not up there. That's where the difference is. The Tuatara, the best in the competition, under 30 points per game. The Franklin Bulls, 9th, giving up 38. They're going to have to lift in that area if they want to win today on their home court.
It is rivalry round of the Sales NBL, so that means it's rivalry round in the Rapid League as well. And I love this uniform from the Bulls, acknowledging their county's roots, the county Steelers, as we get the ball delivered out for Rapid League. And we are ready for this one. Rapid League, every point counts towards the Sales NBL standings in Rapid League. 4 4-minute quarters. BNZ player timeouts available, 1 per half, as per usual. No coach interaction, 30 seconds long. Just a minute between quarters, 2-minute halftime. And you jump out to 8 or more lead. It's hard to pull it back in Rapid League, as we've seen throughout its history. Underway, the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre, and it will be the Bulls with the ball.
Well, this Franklin team loves to get going from deep. The Tuatara are going to have to find their way out to beyond that perimeter, because the shots just like that off in the first one, but great glass work.
Peyton Hughes missing, reset to Brody Perry. Ledger pulls it down.
Man, you mentioned a couple good early looks there for the Bulls though, running that flare screen, and then also good offensive rebounding.
Has Brody Perry got a headband, but it's tape? I think it is. Oh, oh my! Casey Wane on the baseline.
Well, beautiful back cut, well delivered by Josh Ledger, who's really taken advantage of the Franklin Bulls' early aggressive defense.
That three's off for Adahi Marsh. Tuatara have it.
Yeah, rebound from Daly Pohio out of year 12 at Westlake Boys. We see Josh Wiley just the lane open up, pardon like the Red Sea, and a nice easy bucket for him. But Daly Pohio, he hasn't had too much opportunity so far in the Rapid League. A few of the boys away at the under-20 Nationals, Matty Dalton and Kingston Kailahi. Both of them actually in the quarterfinals right now, and guess who they're playing? They're playing the Franklin team.
It's just all lined up?
It is all lined up indeed.
Josh Ledger fouled after he stole it at the other end. And Here is the baseline cut.
Ooh, that's nice. Bounces off for that one. Well done on the baseline camera work. Casey Ioane, we haven't seen a ton of him in Rapid League this season. He took over that small forward starting spot when Sean Bairstow went down. And I mean, I think offensively, I think he can develop a little bit more at this level, but defensively, his instincts, his frame, fantastic considering where he's at on the basketball chain.
Yeah, absolutely. Choosing not to play in the under-20 nationals this weekend, but he's back and here to give the Tuatara a lift.
Adam Jones having a quiet under-20s. I think he's averaging about 38.
Pretty quiet.
Oh, that's unfortunate. His turnover too strong, and Wiley slipping on the decal there at mid-court.
Real lack of penetration for the Bulls offense here in the first quarter. The Tuatara extending well beyond the three-point line, but being able to do it, still matched up till taking away those driving lanes.
Up high is Ledger. To Ioane. Going to his right. Perry popping out. Ioane slipping, getting back up. And we have a 24-second shot clock violation. A little bit messy so far in this first quarter, apart from the Ioane dunk on the baseline.
Yeah, a couple slips early on. I mean, we talk about it being the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Maybe needed to wipe the floors a little bit more.
Oh, don't be a hater. It sounds like you're from the other side of the bridge.
Oh, come on. We are mutual here in the commentary booth.
On air. Perry, baseline, swatted away by Ledger.
Tough to find that angle, giving up that much size in the post. Thus, Ledger's been dominant in the Rapid League this season. Travels there, though, or does he get the foul? Travel it is.
Bulls looking for their first points in this game. They're 0-3 at the moment from the floor. 0-4, in fact.
Yeah, 3 of those being three-pointers, and obviously these two teams played each other in the first game of the season. It was the Tuatara winning that one 46-36, and it was Dylan Wilkie that led that one with 17 points. He hasn't gotten going so far in this one.
Perry, size mismatch on Ledger. Hard off the glass, that's nice.
Cody Perry's a clever player. He's not the biggest guy out there, but he understands angles, he understands how to get to his spot, and does so successfully against Ledger there.
Ioane now. Wilkie on the wing. Nice rebound by Pohio. Puts it up and in.
Strong effort on the glass. Does a nice job of pushing that defender underneath, so he's got all that space to recover and finish.
To the cup. Now the points are starting to go for the Bulls. Under a minute to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, just working in transition, finally getting one downhill and to the rim. A couple nice baskets inside the paint. Now they can start to work inside to out.
Wiley to the cup again. Nice action on the wing. And doubles the lead.
Right back at you. Anything you can do, we can do better. The C's are partying both ways on these drives.
Knocked away from Hunter Saville. It came off his leg. Good defense. Hunter Saville is just 17 years old. Part of the under-18 select team. They went to Germany in April. Had a 40-point game for Waikato at the under-18 national champs last year. Hunter Saville.
Tommy V into the game for the Rapid League.
Oh my, Old Man River.
Nice 3 from Daly Pohio. He's starting to get going here. He had a season high of 12 points against Otago in the Rapid League. Wow. Answer straight back on the buzzer.
Straight to quarter time on a made 3 from Hunter Saville. The 17-year-old getting it done for the Franklin Bulls. And it will be the Tuatara with a 4-point lead into quarter time.
Man, they needed that bucket. Able to drop the first 3 of the quarter. They're 1 for 4 now, but that one keeps them within touch distance. It was slow going offensively for much of that term for the Bulls, but what used to be a Steph-esque shot, a Curry-esque, it's now Wemby-esque out there at the end of the quarter. Pops it down, drops it home, and it gets the home crowd excited heading into the second term.
Talking about Wemby there. Spurs OKC Game 7 going on right now. Who you guys got?
I'm going Spurs.
Go with the Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all OKC haters in here, are we? We don't like the foul baiting?
No haters here.
Oh, man, that's a leading question, Charlie Dalton. Nah, I'd just like to see the similarity.
Steven Adams at the game right now, I think, at OKC.
Let's not encourage people to turn over to ESPN while we're on air.
But you know what you should do is order some meatball pizza.
What a great idea.
$35. Sal's Baller 26. That's valid until, well, 2 days from now. So get in quick. Get it for the King's birthday. Nothing like a large meatball to honor the King.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not?
No, absolutely nothing like it. You know, I love it. I mean, personally, I'm a bit of a pepperoni guy, but I can do the large meatball. Put a bit of ranch in it, fold it up.
Ranch, you're really getting your Americanness going.
No, I don't say
can't wait to get back.
Just hit one from there.
Missing that, and Vodanovic puts it up and in.
Tommy V out in the Rapid League. He'd be physically a level above everybody else, especially on that offensive glass.
Saville kicking it across.
Just a great job defensively by the Tuatara once again. They have locked down these penetration lanes. It may be that the Bulls are more likely or more willing to go for the three, but so far, difficult turnover there.
It's Arahimash. Saville on the follow.
Right place, right time, getting it done. A little bit of effort puts them on the glass for the return two, and the Bulls are still there, 2 buckets away.
Wiley lost it. Josh Wiley, more and more aggressive this season with the drive, isn't he, Charlie?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he's such a patient player for his age. He loves getting into that on-ball. He's not the greatest shooter off the on-ball, but what he does is he gets into that mid-range pocket, is really patient, gets his defender on his back, and then gets to the rim really well. He's got that floater game as well. Didn't get as many minutes last week in the NZNBL against the Five, but he's been a great backup point guard for this Tuatara side and kind of comes on and steadies the ship.
My big question is, how do you tell the triplets apart?
See, I never used to be able to, but now it's just easy for me.
Easy now?
No, like they really don't look the same if you actually look at them. Well, I actually saw Liam Wiley in the crowd, one of the triplets.
Well, it helps that one's playing and one isn't at the venue. You know which one's on the score sheet. It's the other two you've got to make. Is that Liam or is...
Liam is up the top.
Nice.
And Chris, well, he obviously doesn't like his brother that much.
15-9 is the Tuatara lead. Here's Wiley again. Kick out. Tommy V in the corner. Wiley with the offensive rebound.
Dominant on the glass. The Tuatara early in this one really punishing him with these second chance opportunities. And there's another one. And another one.
Wiley.
3 in a possession. Look at that PG go.
One for each of the triplets.
To the left hand, gets the roll. Tough defensive set for the Bulls rather on that one.
It's just disheartening, Charlie. When you give up 4 offensive rebounds in a possession, you know you're going to be seeing that one on film.
Absolutely.
Pakurangi to Perry. Sticking out his Bombay on the hip screen there. And then a foul up high. And Peyton Hughes will step to the line to shoot 3 at the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Well, Peyton Hughes was a dominant player early in the season for this Franklin Bulls squad. And of course, if you want to be a dominant player, got to get a hoop at your school, all thanks to the Chemist Warehouse. Hoops in schools and Basketball New Zealand. Use that QR code to find out more. Their next funding is opening soon this month. Find out where that's going to be, and maybe you'll get a brand new hoop for your school near you.
So Dylan Wilkie picks up the personal foul on the Peyton Hughes 3. And he makes 2 of 3. Missed the first one. Ioane back in the game with the ball. Pakurangi on him, up high to Ledger. Into Wilkie. Gary picks him up. Back inside on the post. As the smaller defender and Peyton Hughes on him and just eats them up and spits them out.
Yeah, Josh Ledger just super patient down low, really liking his post work at the moment, just taking his time, especially if he sees no double team getting all the way to the rim.
Tuatara shooting over 60% compared to the Bulls under 40. Then dropping.
Adahi Marsh pulling the trigger on that one. 8 is the lead. Up to a minute to go in this first half of Rapid League. Wilkie.
Another offensive rebound there, punishing him on the glass.
Boyle. On the drive. Is Casey Ioane.
Yeah, second chance opportunities right now is what is killing the Bulls.
5 offensive rebounds for the Tuatara on 5 missed shots before that last one.
And that's what you like to see from Pakurangi, just getting to the rim when the threes aren't dropping for this Bulls side. Get something to the rim, play off 2 feet, and then you can work inside out from there.
Oh, Ioane with the reverse.
Pretty playing off that 1 foot long, 2 steps into the paint, taking the contact and still being able to finish.
And it's a mindset thing for this Tuatara squad. They've been in the counterattack all game long off made shots, missed shots. It hasn't mattered. They're firing that ball up the lane and they're putting pressure on the rim. The Bulls at times have struggled to get numbers back. And when it's a one-on-one matchup, size often wins, and the size of Ioane, fantastic on the finish and a chance to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way at the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Gave that one away. They're lucky.
It was almost surprising for him as Alice Biggers fouled.
Surprising's the right word, Moles. I think when that pops back into hand, he wasn't quite sure what to do with it. Could have basically used up the majority of the second quarter there, but instead gets ball back to the Bulls. They have a chance for the last possession if they want it, but they do have a player timeout in their pocket.
Alice Bigger, 6'10", spent his development time with Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. He's got the ball here, too strong. And we've got a BNZ player timeout called from Pohio and the Tuatara. So the BNZ player timeout, 30 seconds, no coach interaction, no subs on the mate.
Did that get knocked out there?
I don't know. I think he must have called it just in time.
When you were in the player timeouts, Charlie,
Yeah.
what's the discussion? Do you have a set number of plays that's coming in, or do the players on court decide who's hot and where you want to go?
I mean, I think it varies for each team. When I was with the Tuatara, obviously a lot of it was under Aaron Young, and obviously we come up with plays during practice that we can go to, but a lot of the time it's just one vocal leader will kind of take control, and whether it's an action, depending on how long is left on the clock, or whether it's a lob play or whatever it looks like for that.
A lot of Rob Lowe saying, "Get me the ball."
Yeah.
Ledger, Wilkie, nice play. Wilkie off on that one, and that'll do us.
I mean, I think they got the look that they wanted, though.
It's the Tuatara who head to half-time here in Rapid League with a 23-13 lead. And they've been dominant from the jump, shooting 62%. And 5 of 14 are the Bulls.
Highlights galore from this Tuatara squad in the first half. 23 points got going. It all started with this beautiful backdoor play. Casey Ioane flying above the rim, finding some room in transition. The pressure on the rim did not stop from the Tuatara without some nice replies from the Franklin Bulls, who put in some effort. But overall, it was that offensive board work, the second chance opportunities that put the Tuatara in great position, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we said, not just the Bulls, but both teams not shooting the 3-ball well. Both of them 1 for 6, but the difference is the offensive rebounding. The rebounding battle right now is 13-4 the way of the Tuataras, and then again, after those O-boards, getting patient, getting inside, and playing off 2, getting to the rim.
And with just too little of what we saw there from Pakurangi, the attacks to the rim, this Bulls team very dependent on the three-point shot. 1 for 6 now, the same as the Tuatara, but they're not getting that interior work. Here we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, and it's the shooting percentages for me. Nearly 60% to 35, both 4 from there. But those 6 offensive rebounds for the Tuatara, they were 10 for 17 from the field. They got 6 of 7 shots back that they missed. That is a crazy offensive rebound percentage.
Yeah, I mean, it's the possession battle, right? The more chances you have to put the ball in the hoop, the higher chance you're probably going to win the game, and right now that's what's given them the lead.
And don't forget, Sal's NBL game, the battle for the 09. Coming up 3 p.m. local. And Bulls sitting in 6th spot on the Sal's NBL ladder. The Tuatara up near the top, as per usual, it seems, throughout Sal's NBL history. They're in 3rd. Tucked nicely behind the Rams and the Sharks. And they have the Saints behind them, and the Nuggets separate the Bulls from the Saints.
And another big game, not just for the Bulls to stay in the top 6, but the Otago Nuggets hoping to defeat the Southland Sharks later so the Nuggets can stay in there. To me right now, it feels like there's that clear top 4, and there's going to be 5 teams, I think 5, maybe 6, fighting for that 4th spot.
Oh, steal straight away, Josh Wiley. How about that start to the second half?
A Wiley one, and he almost gets another.
I like what you did there.
Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out.
Well done, and not well done by the Bulls, though. Had worked their way, trying to get back in, and to come out of a timeout break with that possession, the coaching staff's going to be going crazy.
3 ball. That's good. Knocking it down is Arahi Marsh for his first bucket.
Yeah, no, pretty jump shot. I mean, we said the 3-point wasn't working, but they're not going away from it just yet.
Well, they always work if they go. so if they're real shooters, they're going to keep on shooting until they miss, or until they start making, one way or the other.
Yeah, it looks like the Tuatara just trying to run almost a floppy action there for Dylan Wilkie, trying to get him going. Obviously, he's a 49% 3-point shooter in the Sal's NBL, so they want to get him going for when he tries to make an impact later on.
Well, for you, Charlie, as a player, how important was, if you were playing in the Rapid League, to get that rhythm going early, or was it more of a physical thing? Did you have to see a couple of jumpers go through to feel good going into the NBL, or was it more about getting that heart rate going and treating it like more of a warm-up than finding the rhythm?
I mean, a little bit of both. Some cases you still have that like 30-minute break in between that Sal's NBL game, and obviously you're not starting as well, so potentially it's a little bit longer. So you may feel hot in the Rapid League, and then all of a sudden you go cold again and you feel like you don't quite have that rhythm. But for me, it definitely helped when I got a few jumpers up. It definitely translated into the Sal's NBL.
Oh, that's a good shot from Daly Porhill.
He has come out, and he's been impressive, impacting the game in multiple areas. His hustle, his board work, and they're showing off the stretchy range as well.
He's got 8 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist, Charlie.
And almost got a steal just there.
Well, we've got about 2 seconds to get the ball across half court, so the Bulls better be hustling to get it up there a little wee bit.
Call a BNZ player timeout.
Smart.
Advance the ball.
And whatever you do, don't throw it to a player who's coming back to the ball right now.
Good heads-up play. Need to get across half court, and they do. Nicely done from the Bulls. And that's just a tough shot over Josh Ledger for Zion Anderson.
Really just lost the range there. I thought that might have gotten blocked, but just went for the floater, and she just kept on floating.
Charlie, are you aware of the Rapid League 555, and are you a fan of it?
The Rapid League 555.
No, I knew you hadn't heard of it.
Should I know this?
It's like a triple-double, but because of the abbreviated
I like that.
You get a 555.
I like that.
Points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks.
Ledger. Oh, and he's going to talk to the ref for delay a game warning here. But the 555, I like that.
You like it?
Josh Ledger.
He lives in the zone.
He got a double-double last week.
Yeah. He almost got
an actual double-double.
Yeah, in Rapid, which is impressive.
That's not
but
as
impressive. But it's not as impressive as the Rapid 555, which he almost got in a game previously this season. I think he was a rebound and an assist or 2 off it. Might have been against the Giants.
He came close a couple times. We've had there's been a few 555s, but it's a good statistical high water mark.
Yeah, I like it.
Can I just say as well, Charlie, no one else in the commentary team for Sal's NBL has really embraced it, and I've pushed this narrative.
It's not true.
I've pushed this narrative for the last 3 seasons.
You know what? I'm really going to buy into this 555.
Thank you, Charlie. It's not just because you're new and you feel like you have to be to a senior member of the commentary team.
Well, speaking of the 555, we got Josh Wiley, 8 points, 4 rebounds, no assists, but Daly Puyo, he's got 8 points, 5 rebounds, and assists, so threatening. Ledger, always threatening, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He's always on the cusp.
And 2 steals. Plus a block.
A quadruple 5?
Maybe you could go a rapid league triple 5 with a stocks.
Stocks, okay.
Steals plus blocks.
I like it.
12-point lead, coming up on 2 minutes to go on the third. Wilkie gives it to Wiley. And Wiley's three is off, rebounded by Bigger.
Yeah, good look there from Wiley.
Well, good luck, but where's the defense? Nobody coming out to that three-point line. Despite the effort of the Tuatara getting out to that three-point line, it does not matter. That one drops.
Adahi Marsh with that one. He's got 6 now.
The Bulls slowly starting to find their range here from the three-point line. Flare screen, that is way too open for Dylan Wilkie.
Still trying to find his range. Rapid League's a good beginning for him for an afternoon or evening of basketball. It just takes a couple of possessions for Wilkie to find that range, and then we've seen him catch fire.
How about Casey Iwane there? Fantastic effort on the glass again. Picks up apparently his first offensive rebound of the game. I don't know why they didn't give him one on the free throw earlier, but works hard there, has that height advantage, and just nice patience shown, doesn't get in a hurry, takes his time, and off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2 to re-establish a double-digit lead if he makes this one.
Double-digit lead in the second half of a Rapid League game, Charlie, is not ideal. It's pretty hard, as you know, to peg a lead back.
Yeah, absolutely, and when you do get to that sort of stage, especially when you're the team with the deficit, it gets to that point where you really do just start playing Rapid League and you try to speed up the game, bring in a little bit of full court pressure. A lot of these guys potentially won't have as large a minutes as we see Anderson wayward from 3, but not as large minutes for the Sal's NBL, so really just go all out right now.
Wiley into the teeth of the Bulls defense, and they collapse on him. He turns it over.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Iwane could have stayed in the corner, would have had the triple, but he's an athletic player, wanted that cut, and so the pass just a wee bit behind him.
Under a minute now. 10-point Tuatara lead. Perry up high, looking for cutters. Anderson goes to drive. Perry from straight on, knocking that down. That's exactly what they need here as we're closing on the end of the third from Brody Perry.
Yeah, I mentioned it, the Bulls getting going from 3, but that setup was perfect from Zion Anderson, getting deep inside the paint, playing off 2 feet, as once again, Josh Wiley, nobody seems to want to be gunning him when he gets inside the paint.
What is going on with this back line of defense, man? Somebody's going off for a biscuit over there. Checked out the coffee machine, see if they can get a latte.
High arcing 3, it's because the net hasn't been taken down off the ring, as you can see there. It would always mess a shooter up.
Yeah, the Tuatara will be in no hurry to get that now.
Porheel can't get the roll. Oh, good heads-up play, Brody Perry. Calling their BNZ player timeout to end the third. Maybe if they put like half a second back on, do you think, Casey?
I hope so, because otherwise this could be tough. Otherwise, you might have been a little bit premature with the timeout. But thanks to BNZ, it's a chance for you at home to scan that QR code and get one of 5,000 tickets to the big game this season on the sideline of the Sal's NBL games. Community groups, school groups, any kind of group that's worthwhile. What's your favorite kind of group, Charlie?
My favorite kind of group, probably being with you two.
Yeah, it's a commentary group.
I mean, I do feel a little bit like the third wheel today, but I'm happy to be.
You know I'm not in charge of the roster, Charlie.
Yeah. So they put 1.5 on here. They're going to get a look in the corner, and no, it's not going to be the perfect BNZ player timeout, but the Tuatara will stay ahead 33-24 here to end the third.
Now, I do want to say, Charlie, that I've asked for you to be in here today as my emotional support person working with Casey on a Sunday afternoon.
Deservedly so, as we take another beautiful look at that Brody Perry triple. I do feel I am sometimes forlorn for the foreshorn locks of Brody Perry. I missed that.
Yeah.
I missed that dirty mullet. It was fantastic. It doesn't come in the Chemist Warehouse stats except for awesomeness.
That's true.
If awesomeness was a category, Brody Perry's mullet would have been at the top.
I'm not sure why we haven't made awesomeness a category.
Tough to measure.
Tough to measure. You are right.
No, what's not tough to measure is a large meatball pizza. It's massive. $35 using that QR code, or Sal's Bola 26, or you can validate that until Tuesday the 2nd of June. large meatball pizza. Now, just so everybody knows, those aren't actual large meatballs on there. They're cut into pieces, because that would be a massive pizza if those were giant meatballs on a giant pizza.
And I appreciate you clarifying that for our audience, Casey.
How many pizzas could you take down at one time from Sal's, Charlie?
Myself
Yeah, by
at
yourself.
one time. So give me a time frame that I have to get it done under.
I don't know, normal meal time, like 6-7 minutes.
6, 7. Okay, here we go. Just give me one.
Just one?
Just one.
Fair enough.
One's pushing it, but I'm trying to bulk at the moment, so one's
Pizza will
good
get you there.
Not
Pizza will
enough.
get you.
Oh, I mean, if it's a large meatball, maybe full meatballs would have enough
There you
protein
go.
for me, but
Just a little bit of pork pepperoni.
yeah,
Yeah, they got lots of options at Sal's, thankfully.
they do.
We found out that Casey's no longer on the whey protein before we went here, which is very handy for this
Don't need it anymore.
area we're in.
I'm all about slimming down, guys.
Shout out to Tuatara Rapid League coach Sione Mama, who is heading to Summer League for the San Antonio Spurs.
How about that?
He is a video analyst for the Breakers. He's on the coaching staff with Cam Glidden for the Tuatara, and he's off to help the Spurs.
Does he get a ring if they win a title?
I don't. Well, if they win Summer League, yeah. I don't think they get a ring if they win the NBA Finals.
What a fantastic
Hey,
opportunity.
I don't know that for sure, though. It is a great opportunity.
Fantastic opportunity for him to be able
It's
to.
Josiah Mama, sorry.
It is.
Josiah.
It's the
There's
brother.
Josiah
It's the
Mama.
old. It's the old assistant, but
My bad.
brotherly love.
I can't believe you let him get that far into it until you corrected him, Charlie.
Why didn't you correct? You knew. Did you know? No, you didn't know.
Well, you had me
No, I knew it
second
was
guessing,
Josiah.
and then I was like,
Josiah, well done.
That's not
Apologies, Sione. Sione could go with him.
but no, it's a pretty wicked opportunity. Josh Leach might have got away with a little bit of a shove there.
As he should.
Yeah.
He's a big, get to the more shoving, big fellas.
Ledger looking for Wilkie. Tipped, though, by Brody Perry.
Wilkie can't find a lot of space today. Normally, he's one of the offensive key threats. 0 for 5 today, and the Tuatara still dominating.
Yeah, no, he's top 10 in rapid league scoring. He's averaged 10.4 points per game right now, and yeah, just can't seem to find his rhythm. But to tell you who can find his rhythm,
Boyle with a full head of steam up.
Love that catch on the move. I love the way he got his momentum going. And what I've been impressed by this Tuatara squad today is, yes, they're looking for those open shots on the perimeter, but they're not tied to them. There's a lot of cuts to the basket, a lot of put pressure on that back line of defense, and that's kept this Bulls team off a little bit unsteady and off balance, especially here in the second half.
yeah, I think they do a great job of that. They love getting a good catch at the elbow with Josh Ledger and letting him kind of facilitate from there, running off back cuts, running off those bum screens. But you can't really do more, can you, Case?
Not a ton of action, really. But you have to have a facilitator up there to be able to make those kind of passes. It's easy to say, oh, just give it to your big guy and let him pass, but not all big guys have that soft touch. And I've loved the way that Josh Ledger's developed his game over the past few years and really become a skilled all-around facilitator of the basketball.
Just the size and the breakdown of the back of their Bulls defense has seen the Tuatara score more points in the paint than the Bulls have scored on the floor. They've got 26 points in the paint.
That is a lot.
Tuatara.
You love to see an attack like that. Not tied to the three-point line, and they've got shooters, but they're taking what the defense is given to them, and that's a high percentage shot on the interior.
Just 8 points in the paint for the Bulls. It's a hard fall. Coming down for Saville. He's got 7 points. He'll head to the line to shoot 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Runs into Casey Wane.
Yeah, just moving the feet there a little bit late on defense. Does well to recognize that and go up strong, and he'll have a chance for 2. Straight out of St. John's College in Hamilton is Saville.
Missing on the first.
He's had a rapid league high of 7 points, and well, this free throw will be his new rapid league high if he gets it.
Oh, why'd you put the curse on him? Oh, he
No.
plays through it. Well done.
Plays for adversity. I love it. Yeah, I don't got the curse.
You're not setting up.
I've got the good luck.
All I'm going to say, Charlie, is you're not setting up any of the Tuatara with the commentator's curse, but going straight at the Bulls guys. I don't know.
Wilkie with the handoff from Ledger. Knocks that down. Dylan Wilkie
Great elevation. So difficult to challenge this young shooter when he gets off the court like that. And a little bit of Falcon on the turnover. Wiley in transition again.
Kiwane back to Wiley. Wiley again. Gets the paint. Ledger gives it back. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Pohio in the corner. Saville on him, gets around him. Left it short. Poked away. Staying with the Tuatara. 14 on the shot clock with the rebound.
Is that going to get reset? I thought that came short a little bit, but must have hit a little bit of that orange iron. Nice hustle again. Before you.
Yeah, see that one's coming up.
He knew he only had one mate coming into this one.
He'll smile that one off. Needs to get those points before it came back up in the rapid league.
He was in his shooting form before that ball left the hand of the passer.
Did he think there was 1.4 on the shot clock?
As Casey said, it never reset. What do you mean?
Get it up. Shooters don't need shot clocks.
Perry up high.
Nice action.
Back to Perry, going at Ledger. Tough afternoon for Brody Perry, gets the size of the Ledger, but Saville rips it away.
Did not, no, I didn't think that hit the rim again, but I was wrong.
Rebound falls to the Bulls, and this time it's Marsh who puts it up and in as his foul.
Finally, it finds the bottom of the net. That was a struggle. So many opportunities. The Tuatara looked like they were kind of gifting those offensive rebounds. Just too high. There you go, guys. Not a little short. Yes. Third time's the charm.
Makes the second.
Follow the Franklin Bulls social media page. We saw Corey Perry and Brody Perry matched up in the State of Origin gear, one with the Blues, one's with Queensland, but they said that is the second biggest rivalry of the weekend because right here, the Battle of the 09 is the biggest as we see Daly Pohio. He'll now go up to 12 points and tie his rapid league best.
Now 13 is the lead here for the Tuatara. Every point matters, and the South NBL standing from Rapid League. They just plug those numbers straight into an Excel spreadsheet.
The early timeout.
The early BNZ player timeout. And Josh Lee just pointing at the clock going, we called it now?
We called it, well, I called it now. He's the one who called it. But once again, thanks to the BNZ, you can get a ticket to the big game for yourself and your group. Scan that QR code and follow the instructions for a chance to win tickets. 5,000 tickets to give away. We're halfway through the season, and those ticket allocations are going fast. So make sure you find out if you can't get to a game near you, all thanks to BNZ, building that next generation of Kiwi baller.
I hope that he called the BNZ player timeout and called the play for him.
He doesn't call it.
He's got the ball.
He's always set somebody else up.
Wilkie from deep. Ioane with the rebound. He's fouled. Tough on the glass for this Franklin Bulls team. They have been out rebounded by 21-11 here in Rapid League.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that BNZ player timeout was on purpose or on accident. We've seen the Tuatara actually in these South NBL games call their player timeout at about 35 seconds to try and get that 2-for-1 instead of calling it on the last play. So potentially that's something they've talked about in the locker room, and he's trying to implement there.
And we've seen a lot more of that in the first half. This game probably not going to come down to the wire, so that's why they use it here. Just a chance to get those extra points. And I like the way the coaches and players across the league are thinking about things. Ioane can't get off 7 points, but impressive as well. He's got 4 fouls, which I always like to see in the Rapid League.
That's very impressive. Team fouls, 3 team fouls per quarter as well in Rapid League, just FYI. You still have your 5 fouls per player.
He fouls out here. Tommy V will get a comeback on, but no, it's going to be an excellent block instead, and he's going to get the ball as well.
Ioane, physically talented. Does the shuffling of the feet there, creating the space, and then closing it with the long limbs and the excellent jumping ability, and then knocking the ball off the Bulls at the same time. Chance for one more bucket for the Tuatara.
A first half cameo from Tom Vidanovic.
Debut?
Season debut, maybe
it is
a debut in general.
A Rapid League debut, full stop.
Was it Tommy V's first Rapid League taste?
Pretty sure it was.
It'll be intoxicating for him. I can't believe he hasn't come back on.
That almost went.
It did almost go. Nice finish. Wiley got a bucket, gives them a 12-point win over the Franklin Bulls. The Tuatara win 43-31 here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. And the Tuatara were leaders from the jump.
Dominant performance by the Tuatara, mostly due to their excellence on the glass. Take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. There you see the percentages, 58% from the field, while holding the Bulls to just 33%. Free throws didn't really matter much, but it's those O boards. 9 offensive rebounds on just 22 misses. Fantastic effort there. In the end, the Tuatara just too big, too talented, and walking away with another dub in the Rapid League.
Yeah, continuing their dominance, top of the table on the Rapid League. Like you mentioned, it was all about the rebounding today.
Now we go down to the court where we have Josh Wiley join us. Josh, if you can hear us, congratulations on the win. What does it mean to get to the paint quite as easily as you did in this game? Did you see something early on from the Bulls defense?
I think it's just all about our screens mainly. Our big dudes are doing a good job in setting me up, and they were worried about our shooters in the corner, Daly and Dylan, so paint's wide open for me.
Oh, Josh Wiley, mate, you letting it go from 3 a little bit there, but getting downhill. Talk about now moving on to the NZNBL game. What are you guys going to be focused on to getting it done against the Bulls?
Just locking into our scout. They got a few key players, so we take care of them, and the result should take care of itself.
And I got a serious question for you. How are we supposed to tell you and your 2 brothers apart? What's the key?
It's simple, isn't it?
Yeah, simple for people who know us for a while, but you just call us by our last name, Wiley. Used to that by now, so it's pretty much it.
That's my trick. Don't give away my tricks, bro.
Hey, Josh, thank you for your time, mate. Congratulations
Thank you.
on the Rapid League win. Good luck for the NZNBL game.
Thank you.
So 43-31, the Tuatara get the win. Josh Wiley was excellent, 12 points, 5 rebounds. And we'll be back soon at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre, Pukekohe, for the NZNBL game. It's the battle for the 09. BP Drury on the line here, bragging rights. Back soon.
I don't know what I'm doing in here. Ah, there we go. Is that any better? Mitch? I suppose we haven't got Lily yet.
All right, Coach, bring it in. You have had an incredible young team that has answered every single challenge. Can you describe what type of resolve they've showed you to make it to the NBA Finals this season?
Wrong headset.
Ah.
Because that didn't have the. Sorry, that's fine. You want to do with this handheld as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So we just want to try and get them more in sync. Hi, Lily.
Hum.
Oh, hum. Is that
Oh,
any better?
okay. 1, 2, 1. Sync. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Is that any
Syncing.
better with commentary?
Hey.
Doesn't
1,
look it.
1, 2. P, pie, po, hum.
Okay, thanks, guys.
P. I'm in the line of fire here, people. P, pie. Yeah, so anything?
I can. Well, as in your boss can. Yeah, that. Oh, goddamn. Oh, look, that.
Stretch rider.
Important.
Guy who's really
into his bag, settles for it. Footy with the right hand there. Straight out of what a match round. Musa Muhammad. With a clean look. Down the three. 3 seconds to go. It's rivalry round. Kia ora te whānau, no mai, hoki mai. Welcome to round 8. It's the battle for the 09, battle for BP Drury, the Franklin Bulls at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre hosting the Auckland Tuatara, about 40 minutes up the road on State Highway 1. And it's Sunday afternoon hoops. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank, Charlie Dalton, former Tuatara forward.
Former, maybe future, I don't know.
Oh.
Former, retired,
Breaking
not
news,
retired.
breaking news.
No,
Can't be
still in
retired.
college, can't play.
Casey's just jealous because neither he or I have a future.
Very true, very true.
You've got options. We're here forever. Welcome along to the broadcast, Charlie. Great to have you in the booth with us. And 4-time Sal's NBL champion, Casey Frank, on hand for this one. And what a matchup in rivalry round, redemption round for this one. These two teams in the top 6, but still just jostling for position as to where they will end up at the end of the regular season.
And a great matchup first time out, but this Tuatara team has improved since then. So have the Bulls as well. But the big question is, can this Bulls team keep these wins rolling along so they can keep touch with the top 6? The Tuatara in that higher group that looks like they're moving away. And the fans at home, looks like they think the Bulls are going to get things done today, Charlie.
Yeah, well, they're back in the stockyard, and maybe they haven't changed roster-wise compared to the first time these two teams played at the very first game of the season, but I think they're very reliant on their 3 imports. They score 66% of their points, and I think the amount of time they've had together will really help their team and potentially help them get across the line tonight against the Tuatara.
Well, here are the results for round 8, rivalry round.
Yeah, it was the Jets, it was the Webster family and the Jets getting over the Airs, and then the Five finally break the losing streak against the Hawks. That one was a close battle, and then the Rams, well, it was a dominant display last night in Christchurch over the Giants.
Looking on to today's game, the Bulls and the Tuatara in the Battle of the Bombay Hills, the Nuggets and the Sharks off to Dunedin and see what happens in the Edgar Center. Can the Nuggets keep it 2-0 against them? And then tomorrow, King's Birthday Hoops, the Jets and the Saints.
Yeah, we take a look at this leaderboard. You mentioned it earlier, there are kind of 4 teams that have solidified themselves really in that top 4 spot, and then there's 4 or 5 teams really trying to fight to stay in that top 6, and well, one of them is the Bulls. They're looking for a big one tonight.
The Sharks lost in a Tuatara win here. they go to the top of the ladder.
It could change things. It could change things. A lot of pressure on the Nuggets to get that done. But even down to this part of the ladder, the Giants, the Hawks, the Airs, still in the mix with the 5. 8 wins will get you into the finals in that 6th spot, but you just got to start winning now.
Here is your starting 5 for the Auckland Tuatara. Zach Riley, Josh Dilling, Johnson, Davidson. He's back in the Sal's NBL. Rob Lowe and Isaac Davidson, former Bulls player, most games in Bulls history. He is the OG Bull of them all, and he's suiting up for the Tuatara in round 8. And for the Bulls, it's going to be Carter Witt, Darren Boyd, Jace Carter, Kale Robinson, and Dom Kalman Poto. And they are anchored by that import trio of Witt, Boyd, and Carter. And as you can see, Dom Kalman Poto, he's got the Bulls logo, got a horn and the yellow on his head. Love the fact that he themes up that dye job most games. Dom Kalman Poto.
Look good, feel good, play good.
Absolutely. Head to head, how does it work with the Chemist Warehouse stats?
Well, you're taking a look at those steals per game. That's the first thing that pops off. They've done a nice job, have the Bulls, of being disruptive defensively, but it's going to take more than disruption in the passing lanes today to beat this Bulls team. Look at that efficiency for the Bulls, 48% from the field. The team rebounds don't matter to me. What rebounds is the defensive rebound percentage, and the Tuatara there, very good at it. The Bulls, best offensive rebounding team in the league, going to be tough for them to get on the glass against the Tuatara and this Zach Riley squad. Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach Riley, obviously, he's having an absolutely phenomenal season. He's kind of broke out even more from last season. He's at about 17 points per game, almost 18 points per game, and he's shooting the 3 ball at 35%. He's come back from college. He's got a year under his belt now in the Sal's NBL, and, well, he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Certainly is, and we caught up with Zach Riley before we went to air this afternoon.
Zach, you've welcomed in some new talent since the last time these teams met, bringing in Isaac Davidson, bringing in Sean Bairstow. What do the Tuatara need to do as a squad to make sure this talent is acclimated well and you still play at the level that you've achieved up to this point in the season?
Yeah, I think just sticking to what has been working. I mean, we've got some good talent already and then bringing some more in, but the Bulls have brought their own guys in, so it's a brand new matchup compared to round 1.
Looking at this Bulls squad, they stayed with you for the majority of the matchup the first time you played, but the Tuatara were able to pull away in that 4th quarter. What were the keys that you learned in that 4th quarter that you can bring back to this one and try and find a similar result as you come into the business end of the season?
Yeah, I think we took care of business down the end. It was kind of the story of our first couple of weeks. Yeah, we need to just bring the game plan the whole week, the whole game, sorry, and yeah, just bring in our new guys, make sure they're acclimated and keep working.
Oh, that's Zach Riley. Now, Jace Carter, the 6'7", 23-year-old out of Florida. And he joins from the G League. Played some games in Hungary as well. And his last performance, pretty good against the Hawks.
Tremendous 3-level scorer, can do it from deep, the mid-range, and attacks the rim, finishes above the rim when able. He's going to have to have a big one today. If he's up there in 30 points and finding the range from deep, 40% or higher, I think the Bulls have a chance, but he's going to have to be dominant on the glass as well.
Jace Carter also talked to us before we went to air.
Jace, coming into the game, the Bulls are one of the best teams in the competition on the offensive glass. How do you continue to keep that advantage against a Tuatara team that's got a lot of size and has been pretty good at controlling the defensive boards?
Yeah, I think just sticking to our foundation, the things that have got us here. You know, we played a lot of bigger wings and bigger 5-man the past couple games. So just sticking to our foundation. You know, our big dime down there and Big Ellis and me got a battle or so with Cal, and I think we're going to do a good job tonight.
Looking at this Tuatara squad, you played so well that first matchup of the season, stayed pretty tight for 3 quarters, but down the stretch, that game got away from you. What are the keys to the Franklin Bulls tonight to ensure that we don't have a repeat of that performance, especially in the closing moments?
Yeah, I think, like you said, the last game, we didn't play a full 40 minutes with a great team like Tuatara, and they're super well coached. They got a lot of older vets on the team, so they know how to play through runs. So I think the biggest emphasis today is just playing 40 minutes, playing our game and doing what we're supposed to be doing. Everybody playing within their role and doing their job is going to be a big emphasis. But for great teams like this, you got to play the whole game. You can't just play 3 quarters. That's not enough in the NZNBL. So playing 40 minutes is going to be a big emphasis.
And this is how it looks, the head-to-head. And between these two players, Zach Riley, Charlie, you know him so well in his game. He said he's made the jump, he's elevated his all-round game as well, and he's shooting the ball pretty well for a guy his size, a perimeter player like he is.
Yeah, absolutely, and he does a great job playing on the ball and off the ball, working well with Josh Dilling and then also Isaac Davidson, who's come into the mix. But yeah, like I said, just playing with a lot of confidence and a lot of freedom out there on offense.
And has that size against a Jace Carter to disrupt what he does, but it's going to take a team effort against this Bull squad. Carter Witt, Darian Boyd, fantastic from the range. You're going to have to work hard to keep them off the three-point line.
Well, also keeping each other off the glass. The Bulls are the #1 offensive rebounding team in the league at 14 a game. And Dom Poto and the Bulls will have a hard time trying to keep the Tuatara off the glass. The #1 defensive rebound percentage team in the league at 78%. And starting fives confirmed before we tip. Isaac Davidson back in the game and back in Franklin Poole and Leisure Centre, this time in the teal of the Tuatara. And it'll be interesting to see how he goes with that familiar game of his. Loves to score off the bounce around the three-point line.
A lot of Bulls fans out there on your shout poll. I'm going to be leaning towards the Tuatara in this one, but back at home, everybody's thinking black.
Yeah, now can this import trio for the Bulls get going? The biggest difference for me is, I mean, the Tuatara right now have 7 active players today, all in double figures. That's a lot of depth.
A lot of depth.
Really is. Rob Lowe swings it. Here is Zach Riley touching the paint. They collapse. Davidson gets his first shot up. Look out. Isaac Davidson with his first shot going down.
Well, you can say he's back home, couldn't you? He's played 5 years here in the Stockyard. He knows these rims. He knows this court. He's in for a big one.
It was a 115-95 win for the Tuatara at the Event Finder Stadium earlier in the season. A win for the Tuatara. So here's Rob Lowe.
So much size for this Tuatara squad. It is going to be a struggle for the Bulls to keep them off the glass. If I'm the Tuatara, I'm trying to just establish myself on the block here in the first quarter.
Here's Witt, Carter Witt, into the corner for Cal Robinson. Too strong. Chris Johnson. Between him and Rob Lowe, that's 74 years. That's veteran.
Thought you were going to say something about rebounds or something, but no, we're going straight to the
age.
Straight age, a lot of experience all over the world for these two players.
Cookies.
Handed him a cookie on the platter. Cal Robinson, get up. Boom, shakalaka early on here. And a good earlier look there from Cal Robinson with the three-pointer. We know he's a three-point shooter. He shot it at 40% in college. He hasn't quite found the range just yet, only shooting 29%.
What are you talking about threes for? Talk about that dunk on the fast break.
My bad.
Casey gave it a boom shakalaka.
Yeah, no,
what else do you want from him?
Start talking about what he's not doing. What he is doing is getting out there in transition. Nice find by Carter Witt. And the Bulls, if they can create some fast break opportunities just like this, the quick hands by Witt, forcing things into transition. The Tuatara want to be in the half court. They want to use those big bodies to slow you down. But if the speed game is something that the Bulls can find an advantage in.
Dilling up high. Here is Zach Riley. Oh, floater game, on point.
Beautiful challenge there by Carter, but it did not matter because the softness of touch was on display. The Tuatara attacking inside, attacking outside.
Here's Boyd operating with Kalmapoto. Felt the touch. Riley will pick up the foul there. Darren Boyd, 25-year-old out of Princeton, Kentucky. And he had 33 against the Hawks, season high last round to Darren Boyd. And this is his rookie professional season. He's played a little bit of G League as well. And the Santa Cruz Warriors. And a 5-year collegiate career in NAIA.
He's been a solid weapon, especially on the perimeter. Those lefties are almost like a cheat code, but it's that deftness of touch that's so important for the Bulls. If he's going from deep and is locked in, it really changes the ceiling of this offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's the second highest most minutes played in the league. I mean, he's going to be on the floor pretty much the entire time tonight, and if he can get to the line 6-7 times, it's going to be well.
Rob Lowe, high post. Robinson on him, hands full. Cal Robinson at 6'7" is giving up at least 3 or 4 inches on Rob Lowe there. And Rob Lowe so good on that high post situation. Can just see over the top of the most defenders in the league, bar his teammate and Sam Timmons.
Well, the thing about having a 6'11", 7-foot guy that can catch it there and put it in the deck is he's a threat to do everything. You have to worry about the jump shot with both him and Johnson from three-point line in. You have to worry about their ability to put it on the deck, and they're excellent finishers, so it just makes it very difficult to defend in space because you can't lean one way or another despite giving up that size.
Lowe making the second free throw after missing the first. Cal Robinson with that foul. Feeling out process as Jace Carter's 3 is off. Chris Johnson pulls down the rebound.
The length of Johnson comes to play there. DKP had better position on the interior with the hustle, but the length of Johnson just snatches it from above.
Davidson, quick pass to Dilling. Corner ball is good.
Great extra pass from Isaac Davidson, finds Josh Dilling in the corner, and well, he's been on a heater. I think he had 5 triples last time out against the 5.
There's Darren Boyd. Across to Carmen Poto. Carter Witt on the cut, try to get it over the top. It came off Carter Witt last.
He doesn't believe it.
He doesn't think so.
He looks like an honest guy. I think you can believe him. Let's take another look at it. Oh no, this is the triple from Dilling. The extra pass by Davidson. Finds him in the corner, and zing go the strings for Dilling.
Nice.
Thanks, Ed.
Zing go the strings.
Yeah. Johnson. Oh! Swatted out by Jace Carter.
Man, that's the shortest shot block of the league, but he is patrolling that paint today. CJ takes it up, thinks he's got the easy finish, but Jace Carter says, give me that shot and get that shot out of there. Smacking it down.
Definitely had some volleyball growing up. Oh, so we see Rob Lowe get into the rim.
Throw it down, Rob.
That's why you throw it down.
That's why I said they have a combined average of 74. Robinson steps to his right and knocks down that 3.
Big change of possession. That's a 5-point play. You miss layups, you're going to give up shots on the other end. Nice transition offense. The Tuatara just need to tighten up a bit.
Big in for the Tuatara as well. Sean Bairstow.
First game since the last time these 2 teams played. Bairstow, first action of the year. Nice to see him back and healthy.
And it's Davidson. Missing that 3. Darren Boyd with the ball. Tuatara 2-point lead. Boyd, the runner, left it short. Jace Carter with a chase down, little rebound on the baseline.
We've talked about these O-boards.
Did they give a reset on that shot clock? Either way, 6 seconds left.
Carmen Poto gives it the shake.
Not the shake.
Shake it down.
No.
Oh, it's because the net's caught on the ring.
Yeah, somebody for the Bulls has to
Sorry,
take care
Dom. Oh. Carmen Poto and Vidanovic. Those are 2 big, strong dudes.
Everybody's laughing about that. Because you can run, Tommy B can run into a concrete pillar, and he's not going to bounce back that far. But this time, it's DKP gets the foul for being a little physical. The shimmy didn't go so well.
I liked it, though.
Finish.
It was cool. It would have been fantastic if it went in.
That's a second.
Playing with confidence.
That's a second foul. Dilling's 3 is on the way. Carter pulls it down eventually.
That's athletic. He's just bouncing this, the way he goes after things. It reminds me a little bit of in the effort areas on the glass of Mika Makona.
Rob Lowe with the rebounds. Up ahead to Dilling. Here's Bairstow. Left it short.
Yeah, Buddy's been bouncing on that end today. That's a couple of misses in a row, and the Bulls got a chance to take the lead because of those misses.
They're going to fire away from three. They are second in the league in how many threes they make a game. They make 12 threes a game, so no doubt that three-point shot's going to continue to go up as we see Rob Lowe, bullseye from the top of the key.
Tuatara fourth in the league in made threes at almost 11.
Easy transition offense, so just a secondary, and it's a poor job by Elias Beggar there. You've got to match up with Rob Lowe when he's a trailing big, because he's got to let it fly from deep.
They got 16 Kiwi. Been playing a lot in Australia, was a DP for development player for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, played some NBL 1 and Aussie. Oh, the look away to Davidson is gorgeous.
Well, just when you thought the Bulls were making some inroads, a little burst of scoring has the Tuatara doubling up Franklin, and the beautiful dime there put in by Isaac Davidson, or sorry, Rob Dilling gets the pass to Isaac Davidson on the back door to the finish.
And we talked to Isaac Davidson before the game.
Isaac, you've joined the Tuatara a little bit into the season. What has the adjustment been like for you to come join a team that was playing very well, but still is really in need of the skill set that you brought on the day?
Honestly, big credit to them. Like, I think the reason they're so good is they keep everything simple and make sure everyone knows their roles, so it didn't actually feel too difficult. I mean, granted, we've only played one game, but I feel like not only the coach but the players make it clear what they want from each other, and because it's very read and react, it makes it pretty clear like what you have to do when you're on the court, because you're just like looking what everyone has to do. And with some of the vets we have who, you know, are very prominent in New Zealand, they're very good at decision making, and because they make such quick decisions, you just follow suit and then just do, like, you kind of just follow the path that they clear the way for you. So I think so far it's been very easy, but we'll have to see after a couple more games.
Isaac Davidson, he is a great pickup for the Tuatara. I feel like he's taken your roster spot, Charlie Dalton.
And he's an excellent dude. I got to catch up with him earlier in the week, actually, and he talked about playing the Bulls. Obviously, he was one of the first players with the Bulls. He's been there for 5 seasons, and he's just curious to see what it's like being in that gym on the other side of things. He said he got a lot of love for the organization and the community, but he's excited to go up against them tonight.
Hughes missing that. Hayden Hughes off the bench. Charlie Dalton in his collegiate era. Just in case you're wondering.
How can you be in college? He's got a sport coat on. I didn't know any sport coats in college. That's a blazer, bro.
Dwayno, shout out, Dad. Appreciate it, mate. Making me look good here. Showing you guys up on the dressing, eh?
I got a nice little button down.
This is
Casey's letting us down with the V-neck.
Come on, it's a little sweater vest. Come on, man. A little sweater action.
Hey, you look good, mate. You look good.
I don't believe it. You guys are full of it.
Wet to Boyd. Riley on him. Clock is short at 5. Boyd, turnaround. Too strong for Danovich.
Well, for me, the Bulls aren't letting the ball do enough of the work. A lot of one-on-one late in clock. They need to find a way to shift this Tuatara defense before they try and attack that rim.
Riley on the wing.
Tommy V begging for that ball down low now. Skip pass open.
Wilkie off the bench and with 4 now. Legend needs to give it up. Bairstow underneath is Bigger, right in his landing zone, and Alice Bigger will pick up the foul. Bairstow hits the Chemist Warehouse strike for 3.
Almost rattled in there as well. Sean Bairstow, he's been having hand troubles. He had some nerve damage in one of his hands, so it's good to see him back out here playing, and I mean almost draining that 3 from deep. He's going to get a chance at 3 at the line.
Off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where every free throw this year goes to the kitty for the Hoops and Schools program, thanks to Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand, doing their best to get a hoop in a school near you. The next funding period is coming up soon in July, so make sure you use that QR code to find out everything you need to find out about getting a hoop in a school near you, all thanks to Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand.
You're looking good in your dad's sports coat there, Charlie Dalton, but what about your brother and your sister? How's Maddie, Taylor? What are they up to?
Yeah, well, Maddie, I just got the notification. They're down at under 20 nationals right now. He's playing for Harbour. They took on Franklin in the quarterfinal that just finished, and well, Franklin got the better of Harbour there in the quarterfinal, so he'll be disappointed, but Taylor's over playing NBL 1 right now in Melbourne with the Waverley Falcons. They had a good win yesterday.
talented family.
Oh, she just texted me saying, where's my shout out? Well, there you go, Taylor. I still love you, don't worry.
Shout out to Maddie as well there.
Big sis putting in the work.
Witt going to work. Too strong. Riley was right there. Zach Riley getting him on their heels. Kicks it out though. Vidanovic looking for the handoff. Bairstow. Nice work on the baseline.
Nice, great patience.
I like the initial transition defense of the Bulls. They're doing a nice job of getting back in space. But with this smaller unit, outside of Big Guard, not a lot of size, and they're doing a good job of isolating Beggar High, giving people like Bairstow the chance to go in the post and take advantage of Carter Witt. Has a lot of size in that, down on the block, makes it difficult. And he's off to the Chemist Warehouse for 2, hits the first.
Yeah, Sean Bairstow, he's a bigger guard. He played at Utah State for 4 years and then went to VCU for his grad year, straight out of Brisbane. And he's actually tied for 15th on career record list with 117 games played for Utah State.
Played for the Phi last season as well, did Sean Bairstow. He's played for the Breakers. Comes from big family. Cam Bairstow, most notably played for the Bulls in the NBA.
We played for the Brisbane Bullets too, though. You remember that one. That's pretty notable.
Not bad.
Check the notes.
We're into the next play.
Boy, we're keeping everyone accountable here in the commentary.
Everyone wants a shout out, Charlie. It's hard to keep up. I mean, the Bairstows, they have like 6 siblings.
That's a lot. There'll be a lot of shout outs there.
Roughly as well, I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, it's Tuatara ball.
Back to it.
10-point lead, good start.
Well,
you can see the last time since they scored for the Bulls as well.
Remember in the initial matchup between these two squads, it was a 13-0 run by the Tuatara to open things up. The Bulls were able to work their way back into it. But they had cut this down to a 3-point game. Tuatara taking control again.
Oh, look out, it's Chris Johnson. My bad.
That was definitely on purpose, right? You thought you saw me out there?
Yeah, I thought that was a Charlie Dalton kind of dunk. But it's Chris Johnson, and it's a 10-0 run at the moment.
I think it's easier for him to throw down the 2-hand reverse than it is forwards.
This is the second time
all he does, eh?
I've seen him do it on a call I've been on.
It's at least the
won a game.
8, yeah. He's up to 8 or 9 this season. Some of them even off lobs.
Phenomenal finisher, great length, but the ability to do it with either hand in either direction, true weapon down low.
I really appreciate the minutes load that they give Chris Johnson as well. They're not having to use him at a high rate as well for Chris Johnson.
Yeah, no, he's sitting at about 21 minutes per game right now. I mean, that's the luxury of having Tom Vidanovic coming off the bench, kind of having a 3-man trio with these bigs. They can kind of just rotate in and out. As we see Jace Carter miss that free throw. Jace Carter needs to have a big game. The last time he played the Tuatara, he had 35 points and ended up getting fouled out. When he got fouled out, that was when things went to custard for them.
It's Riley giving it to Chris Johnson. Up high, kick out to Vidanovic. Good look, Vidanovic knocks it down.
Tommy B locked in. He's been playing so efficiently, and I love the economy of motion in that jump shot. Catch, shoot, release, no wasted activity.
What a foul.
Foul, yep.
Up high.
Well, we are on a...
I believe it's on Zach Riley.
13-3 run in the last 5 minutes for the Tuatara, 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes. They have grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck. 13-0 overall. It has been impressive.
Here's Boyd, Darren Boyd. He's got the big on him. Pulls it out to the 3-point line, and Darren Boyd knocking down that 3.
Pretty jump shot, step back. He saw he had potentially the slower-footed Chris Johnson on him. Did well to get back to the 3-point line and they can pay.
Davidson on the drive is fouled. Boyd, is that number 2 on him?
I think Isaac Davidson's going to head to the line 4-2 now that the Bulls are in the bonus.
Just the first for Boyd as we look at the 3. Both teams in the bonus with under a minute to go on the first. Strong start from the Tuatara here. The Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Big game coming up as well after this one. The Nuggets and the Sharks. Sharks adding even more depth to that roster with Max Darling,
Tobias Cameron,
both available.
How do you bring on those two tall blacks off the bench now for what has been the best team in the league with, was it 7 straight wins? I mean, come on.
What a birthday present, a present for Jonathan Yim. And his birthday during the week as well. And what a gift having those two names available.
We still got the trade window. I'm still waiting to see somebody improve through the trade window. What's going to happen? Can we get a couple of trades tomorrow? Come on, Sal's NBL.
You know, he knows, Charlie.
Yeah,
don't let Casey fool you.
I'm hoping.
He's across.
Trying to feed into it and
yeah,
make it all exciting.
Yeah. Like, call the league out when he's calling himself out, really.
Tip of the cap to one Justin Nelson.
Carter Witt down to Bigger, and he's fouled, and there'll be shots for Bigger. And that is going to be a foul called on Chris Johnson, I believe. He's seeking an explanation as we look at the replay. Just slams into Carter Witt there.
The Bulls just, they have to find some way to get better penetration right now. It's just, they're just unable to do it. They're 3 for 15 from the field. Of those 15 shots, 9 have been from deep. So just 1 of 6 from inside the arc. And because they've got a real lack of penetration with either the dribble or the pass, the Tuatara are really extending, relying on guys like Chris Johnson and Rob Lowe to be that backline of defense, and it is causing real issues for this Bulls offense here in the first quarter.
Yeah, when you get that substitution of Tommy V coming and he can guard that perimeter shooter a little bit better than Rob Lowe. Not saying Rob Lowe can't guard guards, but it allows Chris Johnson to sit deep in the paint and play a bit of a whammy roll.
Chris Johnson,
hot diggity dog. Chris Johnson. Are we counting that as a reverse slam as well? Or?
That was from the side.
I think that's a right angle one.
Twist it around. That was a nice little leaner. I'd call that a leaner.
Shot clock is off. Bulls with the final opportunity here. Need a bucket desperately. Witt can't get the roll. And that is the first quarter over. And the Tuatara finish with an absolute flourish. Chris Johnson with a big dunk in traffic on the lob, and they have a 15-point lead, the visitors, from just up the road. And Tamaki Makoto back soon. You can ask. No mai, hoki mai, and welcome to the broadcast. Cam Glidden, coach of the Tuatara. Great start to the game. Cam, what'd you tell them at quarter time?
Start to the game, pretty happy, but the main thing we talked about in the pre-game talk was how aggressive they are on the offensive boards. We gave up 4 of those, so I think we can clean that up and extend this lead a bit more.
Well, you've shown a couple of things defensively, but it's been impressive. You've really forced this Bulls team out beyond the three-point line. What's the key to keeping them from finding penetration as this game moves forward?
Yeah, I think just building a wall, making sure we get to good levels on the transition for them, and yeah, the guys are doing a good job. Keep that verticality too. If they do get downhill, which they will, they're a good team. Making sure we don't foul them, put them on the line.
There you go, Gliz. It's Chaz. Good luck for the rest of the game, mate.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Cam.
Great question.
Thanks.
Couldn't hear shit.
Pardon the language.
Well, apparently we had some mic issues there. Cam couldn't hear a lot, but he did a good job of answering things.
Appreciate the time, as always.
How come he pretended he couldn't hear once you asked him a question, Chaz?
Yeah, probably because I am not playing. I don't know, maybe.
You have a unique insight to this Tuatara squad, a former teammate of Cam's, a former played for him as a coach as well. What has contributed to this Tuatara success over these last few seasons that you've seen from the inside of that building?
Well, I mean, for me, I think, in the NZNBL, having a good center is so crucial, and then also a veteran leader. And so for me, Rob Lowe's he's been the main guy for the Tuatara ever since day one, and I think it all starts with him in terms of leadership, in terms of values, but also just phenomenal player. And then the coaches have done a great job at, after we see that one miss, Chris Johnson get the rebound, tidy that one up.
What if it happens if you've got two great centers? Like you've got Johnson and Lowe.
Well, that's when you go up 28-11 in a game here against the Bulls, who are definitely not a bad side.
I mean, Rob Lowe's 34, just a wealth of experience. And then, of course, Chris Johnson is 40 and is looking like he's just 30. He's got two highlight players already. He is evergreen, Chris Johnson. You know, I've said it before, but one of the best stats is the fact he's second all time in blocks at LSU. That's behind Shaquille O'Neal.
That's not bad.
At collegiate level.
Well, I always think of Rob as a young 34 too. He hasn't played the entire time in the Aussie NBL. He's been smart with his body, but you look at Chris Johnson. That might be the youngest 40 I've seen in a while.
Oh, and a look. Takata Witt, Don Calman Poto threading the needle.
Yeah, nice catch at the elbow from Don Calman Poto. And facilitating from there really nicely. We see Carter Witt. Usually he's on the other end of the pass. He's top of the league in assists with 10.9, I think, assists.
Stop it.
Stop talking.
Dealing with the hustle. Isaac Davidson just
back in the stockyard.
You're behind me? I'll just let it go. Isaac Davidson, he's enjoying the homecoming.
Too strong with the left.
Davidson, the only double-figure scorer in the game right now with 10.
Throw it up.
This is looking pretty loose right now, but I enjoy it.
31-13. It's getting dire for the Bulls here. They need stops, but they're just outmatched at the moment around the floor until they get a steal through Jace Carter, who didn't really look to attack that lane that was open, but Johnson was trailing, so he gives it to Witt instead.
That's the 7-footer effect. Guards want to drive to the hole until they see those footers patrolling it.
They settle for a three again. Chris Johnson frustrated on that one.
And settling for threes is the problem. They're not creating good looks. They're flinging it up when they don't have any other options. They need to bend this Tuatara defense.
Bogdanovic corrects the net and knocks the three down. It is just blowing out here early on.
6 for 10 from deep are the Tuatara, shooting 58% overall from the field. Ooh, that's scorching.
And the thing about the threes and why they're going in is they're coming off great action, coming off inside-out threes, as we see a nice pretty pass from Carter Witt, who I talked about is at 10.9 assists, leading the league in assists. The Bulls do a really great job at isolating their empty on-ball screen, especially with their big man and playing that two-man game. Tommy V thought about that.
Everybody in the Tuatara is thinking about it right now. It's one of them days.
He won't hesitate.
Long two. Davidson slipping.
Well, thankfully, he's not hurt on that one.
Pull in Leisure Center.
Now it's the corner three. Isaac Davidson's long shot is off. Calman Poto. It's just pretty unfair when you've got Bogdanovic and Bairstow to come with it. Isaac Davidson is a perimeter player, but he is not small. No, he has a rig on him.
You see a pretty little mid-range jump shot there from Carter Witt. We saw him start off the game so strong in their win against the Hawks. In that mid-range, he was 4 or 5 mid-range shots early on, so good to see him trying to find his rhythm from that.
Did Glizzo just call a timeout?
Yeah.
Upset Cam Glidden. he's a hard taskmaster today. It's a big lead. They're playing well, but I think he'd like to see a little bit more aggression on the defensive side.
I mean, they've cut the lead to 17.
Okay, so play the second side, guard, get your asses over here, we go high-low, if not we go zoom. I need Ice or Shawnee to guard Witt for a little bit. All right, he's getting too loose. You greens, keeping up. Unless they get behind your head, you're high. Make sure you're higher, okay? I don't mind this under, because we talked about that, but if we go under, and then we reattach, and the screen's here, then we have to go over that one. Yeah. Here we go. Let's go. Bit of rest now. Let's put it on. Let's go.
Yeah,
Pace, pace.
Solid timeout there from Cam Glidden, just letting them know Carter Witt getting a little bit too loose there in those on-ball situations. What he wants is that mush coverage, that dropped coverage, to just be up a little bit higher and try and make that mid-range shot a little bit more of a hesitated shot. And then obviously they're expecting a little bit of full court pressure here from the Bulls.
If this is my roster, with the size, I know Chris Johnson doesn't like guarding point guards, but you're so switchable against this Bulls team. I'd be almost as likely just to switch everything and force CJ or Rob Lowe to just pin down and get that guard, because you've got guys like Bairstow, like Davidson, who can sit in that lane and still help you that weak side defense.
Bairstow operating on the baseline. And he's fouled. Sean Bairstow.
Nice to see him get back in the lineup. He was really aggressive in his lone appearance of the season for the Tuatara against this Bulls team. Really pushing pressure onto the rim, getting out there. And I think that's the role that Cam Glidden's looking for him as well. But I also think that Sean Bairstow is looking to get a little bit more active in the perimeter game. You know, he's trying to get to that next stage of his career, and certainly a jump shot would help a little bit if he can hit it consistently.
Chase Carter picked up the foul. And again, it's Bairstow aggressive, and Isaac Davidson crashing the glass.
Yeah, Isaac Davidson, I mean, the last time out, he's kind of, we see it go out to Cal Robinson, but he's kind of segmented himself as an offensive rebounder. He had 4 offensive rebounds last time out against the Fire in his first game.
Here's Witt crossing over, dropping it off. Man, Carter Witt has it on a string when he needs to.
Him and DKP are the best weapon that this Bulls offense has right now. I would put all my attention on that if I'm the Tuatara. And if I'm the Bulls, I'm milking it.
Davidson's hit, taking a 3, and that will be Boyd's second.
Very Boyd.
You just can't. That's what now, the 3rd foul on a 3 being taken.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Maybe the 2nd, but it's tough to close out on a shooter in this day and age of basketball.
This offense for the Tuatara, 52% from the field, 54% from deep.
Next Spurs, who you got? Both of you. Starting Thursday, ESPN.
I can't go with the Spurs. I'm going with the Knicks.
I have to go for the Spurs.
I
don't see them stopping Wemby.
My father would come out of his grave that he's not buried in. Spurs somewhere. He'd still be upset if I'm going for the Spurs over the Knicks.
Spurs with the ethical basketball winning out in Game 7 against the OKC Thunder just minutes ago, really. And they win Game 7 on the road. Victor Wembanyama, so emotional. And Rob Lowe just catching something there on his knee, but that's Game 1 on Thursday. What a game, what a series it will be. First 2 will be in San Antonio.
That's key, I think, for the Spurs. It's gonna be pretty fun. I can't wait till it gets to the Garden, though. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the streets of New York City are gonna be dangerous.
Regardless.
Win or loss.
Ioane gets called for the whistle there. Nice strong attack by Carter, and more of that I think is what the Bulls require. Just putting pressure on that back line, force the Tuatara to get off that 3-point line a little bit. Nice spin move right into the teeth, multiple defenders in there. Carter doesn't mind, goes up through the contact and off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where he gets a little bit more success this time around.
Yeah, Jace Carter, he's having a phenomenal season himself. He's 4th in rebounding in the league, but I mean, he was 2nd up until yesterday, as we see Ruben Tarangi have a 37-point game against the Hawks. So he's still in the top four with scoring, scoring and rebounding. It's pretty impressive.
Rebounds going well today. His effort there is superb. 6 already, 2 offensive, but no scoring opportunities for him. Just 2 shots. The Tuatara have done a really nice job of forcing his catches out deep and giving extra pressure in the lane as we take a look at Bulls Brain Trust, Jamie Reddish, Jeff Green, assistant coaches for the Bulls.
Yeah, 0 for 3 now from the free throw liner. There we go, he gets 1 to go, so hopefully that's a little bit of momentum with his jump shot. Can try get some going from beyond the arc.
Oh, legal screen for Josh Ledger there. And he didn't have to do it.
Just wasn't quite set.
And also a legal position. You're not technically allowed to screen with the hip. Even if you're standing still, you have to be in a legal screening position. That means setting it up. They let you get away with some of the rubs in that, but I appreciate the coming in, trying to be pretty physical, but just kind of doesn't get set, sticks the shoulder out a little bit, and ball stays to the Bulls. They're appreciative of that.
Because you never would have set a hip screen.
I said nothing but a legal screen.
No, yeah.
Nothing, and you want to know who appreciates it? Every guard who I ever played with.
Yeah, every guard that Casey ever played with appreciates you bringing that up, Charlie.
If you do not set illegal screens as a big, you are not trying.
That's definitely something they focus on here in the Sal's NBL. It's probably one of the most called
it really is
in the league.
Especially it seems on
but
the wing.
They're consistent with it, they are.
But it's also when you set the screen, but then you pivot and you set the screen again.
Right.
And I feel like that's a focus as well.
You see Ioane playing the point guard role here.
Against Carter as well.
He's been in the starting 5 for Cam Glidden when called upon earlier in the season.
Casey Ioane is going to be tough, man. He is really tracking as a high-quality player with the things he does on the court.
Here is Witt. Dropping it off. And that's a tough foul.
Weak side of defense for the Tuatara. Falling asleep just a little bit. You see the ball watching. And that's why Todd Pakarangi is able to front cut there, get right in front of the Dylan Wilkie defense. He comes a little bit late, gets the slap, takes away the surefire layup, but does send him off to the Chemist Warehouse strip for 2.
Pakarangi at the line. New to the Bulls setup in 2026.
Talented player. Started a little bit in the Sal's NBL early in the season. Was being asked to play the power forward in some of those big matchups and giving up a bit of size, but showed that he's got a bit of skill as well.
An 18-point lead here with 4 minutes to go until half-time. Tuatara have jumped out to a big lead and just haven't looked like relinquishing it at all. Is Dylan Wilkie. He uses Rapid League as a shoot-around and he comes in and just knocks shots down and bunches in the Sal's NBL as Witt launches a 3. Just a quick shot early on in the shot clock, and that's not going to help the Bulls get back into this game.
Yeah, the Bulls now 2 for 12 from the three-point line. Just over 16% as we see Zach Riley get downhill. The and one for Lamey. Is that what you're trying to tell me there,
that is just a pretty finish. I love it.
You wanted me to sing again?
Yeah. And thanks for doing that, Charlie. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, keep it going.
And we've got another half, man.
The Tuatara are impressive right now, but doing it as a collective. Yes, Isaac Davidson, 4 for 6 from the field, 15 points. But no other Tuatara player has more than 6 points. It is just well spread out. Everybody touching the basketball and threats from all over.
Kalman Poto.
Oh, wave him off.
Ledger hedging on the help. Kyle Robinson 3 is off. He's now 1 for 5 as Bairstow from deep. Gives it up. Ledger to Zach Riley. Low up high. Looking for the handoff. The Australian. Gets it back. Cutter is Ledger. Has it
mid upstairs.
Might have thought it was going down, did Ledger, but it wasn't. Pakarangi knocking it down with the hand, and that's going to be offensive goaltend.
Counts that one. Darian Boyd.
Did it come off the backboard and then he slapped it? Besto thought he timed it well.
I think basket interference, I think that means touching the backboard afterwards. And then we see, well, that one's right at the cusp of coming down. But how about Bakarangi getting up there vertically, 2 hands, protecting the rim. Love what I'm seeing in the effort levels on that play there. A little bit more of that might have the Bulls working their way back in.
Yeah, there's goaltending and basket interference. 2 ways you can score. Besto. Low up high, nice basketball.
Gonna count?
It does count.
It does indeed.
I actually thought the foul was on
down low.
Thought the foul was on the floor there, but they give him the benefit of the doubt. The up fake, normally when you get the up fake and the whistle goes, they don't let you regather. But Josh Ledger, he does get a chance to make up for having the shot blocked a moment ago.
But it does count. There's Ledger. Poto, Kalman Poto tracks that down. 46-23.
Doubled up. It's never good to be doubled up in the first half.
It's never.
Worse to be doubled up in the second half, but you know, ideally not at all.
Boys. Kalman Poto on the glass, left hand is good.
TKP, 6 points now, 3 for 5 from the field. Active on the interior, but it's going to take some stops from this Bulls team. It's been a bit porous on that end today.
Besto.
Count it. Count it.
Yeah, indeed. The continuation. They gave it to him.
He had the ball up in his hand when the whistle came, and Bairstow does an excellent job of keeping his feet, not traveling. Darian Boyd picks up the foul, and it looks like he's about to get subbed out, but he wants to have a conversation first.
Yeah, Darian Boyd a little bit frustrated, so Darian Boyd will head to the bench.
Well, the frustration is going to be bubbling over from a few different places for the Bulls today. This is not what they expected coming into this one.
Low on the offensive glass. It's just tough to rebound against this Tuatara unit. Dilling on the drive.
Count that one.
Just Carter.
Indeed. Came up through the net and I think hit the rim from the underside, and any time you touch the hoop when the ball's going up there, they have to call that one a basket interference.
I thought he just got it off the glass, but either way, nice take by Dilling, and gets a little bit of net, gets that. Probably would have come up short, but unfortunately for the Bulls, something else going the Tuatara way. The battle of the big smoke. That wind's blowing in one direction.
It's timeout for the Bulls here, and they are in a hole with 1:41 to go, 50-25. It's all going right for the Tuatara. And Charlie, you just look at this, the additions. Isaac Davidson is in, Besto is back. They bring Vodanovic off the bench as well. It's just a stacked roster. If you can go 2-3 deep with experienced Sal's NBL players, you are charging towards the playoffs.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I think they're just starting to figure each out a little bit more as well. I think they were missing that solidified 3 spot in the starting lineup. I mean, Casey Ioane and Dylan Wilkie did a great job in respect of when they were, but now with Isaac Davidson and Sean Bairstow back, it's just that extra depth and that extra size, and also shooting as well.
I had a point, but I got distracted by pizza.
Okay.
$35 large meatball pizza, all thanks to Sal's. There's that online code, Sal'sBaller26. Valid until Tuesday, the 2nd of June, or use that QR code to go straight to your local Sal's.
Not full meatballs, though, is it?
Not, as far as I can tell, no. Unless that's a biggest, that would have to be a big pizza even by Sal's standards. And there aren't many pizzas in New Zealand bigger than Sal's pizzas.
Alrighty, so how do the Bulls start to claw their way and try find some momentum heading here into halftime? You're down at 25. You've given up 50 points. It's got to start happening now.
Kalman Poto on the elbow. Witt gets it back. Davidson with a rebound. Here comes Vodanovic. Robinson picks him up, puts a hand down. Vodanovic, low, stays with the Tuatara.
Good attack there by Rob Lowe, putting pressure on the offensive glass, forcing the ball off Cale Robinson's hands. And look, the effort is there for the Bulls, but they are giving up a lot just in the physical mix. Rob Lowe, Chris Johnson, a lot of big threes. The Bulls have to find a way to force this Tuatara team a little bit further away from the basket.
It is another one, Charlie Dalton.
So disappointed.
Tom Vodanovic again. The Tuatara head to the line to shoot 3.
Well, it's not the peak of Tommy V's powers in getting fouled on three-point shots. That was, I think, 2-3 years ago where he used to get a lot of four-point play opportunities. But because of that elevation he shoots, because of the way his form is, he is a difficult player to try and avoid that foul when he's shooting the ball, especially with that quickness.
He's not straight up and down as a shooter as well. So he'll start at one point and he'll land a little bit forward.
And he also, it's almost like a little hitch in his shot at the top, which a little bit more hang time and elevation, and it's such a high release. It's like you were saying, Casey, it's super hard to guard. Sometimes you just got to put a hand up, and if it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
And especially when he's on one a little bit, because it's the type of shot that gets 3-4 in a row. You get a little bit closer. You're worried about him getting hot, and it just starts to compound against yourself defensively.
It was actually a 2. So they got away with one to the Bulls. They're lucky. It was, oh no, it was a 3. I've just updated that.
Still up to 9 points.
So you hit all 3, and that rolls in. That's a welcome bucket.
Thank goodness.
For the Bulls. Carter Witt.
Just need something to go right. They need some momentum. This last minute's a couple of stops in a row would go a long way to getting the Bulls some confidence in the second half.
Low on the cut, Kamapoto, the deflection. 34.6 to go. Both teams have their BNZ player timeout available in the first half here still.
Yeah, it looks like Rob Lowe signaling to Josh Dilling to call that timeout, and there we go. We talked about in the Rapid League what the Tuatara like to do is especially in the first half, use this BNZ player timeout as a chance to secure that 2-for-1 and get a good look, and then that last possession you just go full horn down the races.
And it gives you a chance at home to secure tickets to a Sal's NBL game, all thanks to the BNZ. Scan that QR code and register your chance to win tickets. 5,000 tickets to give away halfway through the season. Those opportunities are going fast. So scan that QR code and see if you can't come to a game, as BNZ sponsors that next generation of Kiwi Hooper.
Davidson. Shot clock at 6. Biesto fall away. That's pretty. It's just so easy for the Tuatara to get to these spots. I mean, that's a difficult shot, but they're just on one at the moment of the Tuatara as Witt leaves it behind. Just got it over half court.
Yeah, begging for the 8 seconds, but only 1 second separating shot clock and game clock. Tuatara didn't score as quickly as they want to. Potentially the last shot here for the Bulls.
Here goes Witt. 3 to shoot now. Witt looks for Kalman Poto. That connection has worked all half long, but it isn't enough at the moment.
I think that's a timeout on the sideline to the Tuatara.
I believe Cam Glidden.
What's happening here?
It's called a timeout.
Well, you can't call a timeout unless it's a dead ball. But it
was a timeout with the inbound.
And it's first half, so you can't advance it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Yeah, interesting. Don't know how the Tuatara got that one in there. Because the clock runs unbuttoned regardless. 1.8 left. Nice move there by Cam Glidden.
We got more first half basketball for us, lads.
Let's hear what they're going to try and pull off here in the last 1.8 seconds. Other than Cam trying to pull off that mustache.
Who's whoever left? When he hands you the ball, Jay, I want you to run this side. Ice. Shawnee, get CJ on the rim. We're looking at that. Don't overthrow it, okay? We don't want them to have possession here. If not, Ice, continue your run. Sorry, Sean first. Ice second. Ice, continue to run and try to get one there. Robbie, you're just out of the play. If all else fails, we just hit Robbie here. We just use the clock. All right? Here we go. Hey, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey, JD, just check with him you can run before you do, because he would do some dumb shit.
And of course I jest, because he is obviously pulling off that mustache well.
Absolutely. It looks like we might potentially have a bit of a football play or something coming here. A bit of a Hail Mary, blue 42.
Too much time on the stage, Jazz.
Did that sound good? It sounded cool.
Too much to enter the stage spread.
There we go. Josh Stilling. They've got the American doing the quarterback throw.
Oh, he's got the lefty.
Of course, he can
Get
run
it up. Get it
on the
up.
sideline on the made bucket. Connection to their side. Off the top of the backboard. And that'll do us for the first half. It is a big first half for the Tuatara in rivalry redemption round. They lead 55-30 on the Bulls' home floor in the Stockyard. Back soon.
And we've got Dom Kemwampoto on the sideline now. DKP, a tough first half there, but you and Carter Witt were able to find a little bit of rhythm out of that on-ball action. How can the Bulls find a little bit more of that on the offensive end to work their way back into the game?
It's not the offensive side, it's the defensive side. We gave up 55 in the half. We got to do a way better job and stop fouling.
And looking at that attack of the Tuatara, what are you most concerned with? They've been successful on the interior. They're also shooting 50% from three. What would be more beneficial for the Bulls to slow down?
Contested threes. They're getting whatever they want. They're a great team. We just got to be better.
I appreciate the time, DKP. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really is a defensive hole that they're in at the moment. And Dom Kemwampoto frustrated, down 25. Now, Isaac Davidson joins us. 15 points for you, Isaac Davidson. What's been working? Because it feels like it's just everything from our vantage point for you guys in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of like I was saying in the pregame, like having the vets lead the way with the decision-making has, I feel like they've been able to get on top of the other team so far and make decisions before the other team can adjust, and that's just made it easier for us, you know, like all our wings, me, Sean, Zach, you know, we've barely done anything, so yeah.
And you've held the Bulls to 30 points defensively. What are you guys focusing on, and how's that been working for you?
Yeah, I mean, they have a really good starting five. The imports all like to score, so it's just trying to all play team defense and make them score on 5 instead of 1, because when they go one-on-one, it's a really tough cover.
Thanks, Isaac. Good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
55-30 at the Stockyard. Back after the break. No mai, hoke mai, Dan Ryan and the Franklin Bulls in a lot of trouble at halftime. Down 25 to 30 points at halftime here. The Bulls will need a little bit.
Sign them up.
A little bit of magic to help them through the third quarter.
Bit of Harlem Globetrotters action.
Certainly is. Charlie Dalton, Casey Frank, Andrew Mulligan on hand for this one. And Charlie, it has not been great shooting for the Bulls, and it has been excellent shooting for the Tuatara.
Yeah, no, I think the Tuatara are winning in pretty much every category right now. Yes, the shooting percentages, but also the rebound battle, the assist battle. The only thing they're not winning is the block battle right now. As we take a look at some of these highlights, the Tuatara shooting 7 for 14 from the three-point line, shooting at 50%. They've also got into the line 18 times, 2 or 3 three-point foul shooters. It's coach killers right there if you are the Franklin Bulls.
And also beating the Bulls at their own game. They've got 6 offensive rebounds on 15 misses. A third of those shots are coming back. And when you look at the Bulls, who are just not finding the range with the same efficiency as this Tuatara squad, just 34% from the field, 21% from deep. The same number of three-point shots, but just 3 makes. It started well with some attacks on the rim, but as the game got into the half court, it got really difficult for the Bulls to find the kind of space they needed to hit these shots. We're seeing the good ones there, but overall, that 34% from the field has made it so difficult for them to find the efficiency needed to keep pace with a high-powered Tuatara offense.
Have a look at the stats here. All stats provided thanks to the Chemist Warehouse. And the numbers bear out how hard it has been for the Bulls here. Just 3 of 14 from downtown and efficiently. Just 14 attempts, but 7 makes for the Tuatara from deep. But also multiple three-point fouls
shots, yep,
on the attempts there from the Bulls on the Tuatara shooters.
And bench points just illustrates the change in depth. 21 points to 1. This Tuatara team, very deep, tough. The Bulls need to find a way to make up for it.
We'll take a break and we'll come back. The third quarter for you here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. No mai, hoki mai, welcome back. Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre on your Sunday afternoon, on your King's birthday weekend. And the Tuatara leading at half-time, 55-30. And a familiar face, welcome back into the stockyard, this time in different colours. It's Isaac Davidson. He's come out of the gate and shooting hot for the Tuatara. Spent many a season here for the Bulls.
Yeah, there's nothing like coming to play against one of your old teams. No animosity, I think, but you always like to play well against them, and Davidson certainly is doing that. Active on the glass offensively and defensively, 4 rebounds, but it's those 15 points, more than anybody else in the game at 66%. One of the big reasons why this Tuatara team is well in control of this ball game.
Charlie Dalton, this is why this time of year, this part of the season makes it so intriguing. There already is and I agree with Casey, there's a top 4. The Tuatara are in it. They've got the Saints, the Rams, and the Sharks, the other 3 teams. The Bulls are in 6th right now, staring down the barrel of a loss here with a half to go. The Tuatara, they have added, obviously, Bairstow off the injury list, and of course Isaac Davidson has joined them. These teams now, like the Sharks, who are also welcoming in Tobias Cameron and Max Darling, yes, they're just adding depth off the bench especially, but can they manage their way through adding the talent that they have available to them? Teams like the Tuatara and the Sharks.
Yeah, well, it is extremely difficult. I mean, sometimes you think it's more difficult for the team adding the players, having to juggle that, but it's just more and more talent, especially it's Kiwi talent as well. You see the Sharks with Max Darling and Tobias Cameron, Kiwi talent. And then Isaac Davidson, as we see Zach Riley miss that 3. But it's also the Wellington Saints, you know, they're bringing Braden Iuli now back off a college stint who had a great season with the Tuatara a couple years ago, and he could be an X factor and a change of speed for the Saints off the bench, and that's the separator with these top 4 teams. They continue to get better throughout the season.
And Jordan Nato with the 5 case, and you see how that can add a little bit of firepower, not a little bit, it's Jordan Nato, it's the Prince of Porirua, but just getting the win over the Hawks as we got an offensive foul there. Yeah, might be Cal Robinson, or is it Rob Lowe there?
I think it's Robinson with the grab. Could have gone either way, possibly, but yeah, you mentioned the impact of Jordan Nato coming in and immediately giving them what they needed, more presence on the low block, but also I think that leadership. You know, I think you could see in the last few weeks that there was something that wasn't quite clicking for the 5, but it all came into place yesterday. And then down the stretch, they're able to get that win, maybe that step in the right direction for them as they chase one of those top 6 playoff spots.
Carter Witt. Carter spinning. Jace Carter gets his own rebounds. Darian Boyd, knocking down a welcome 3, just their 4th in the game for the Bulls.
Well, a nice little flurry here to start the second half for this Bulls squad. 5 straight points, but we've done it with a little bit more pace. First in transition, Carter Witt gets it up on the glass, gets the goaltend, and then second time around, offensive rebounds. We thought we were going to see more of that. Didn't come to fruition in the first half, but maybe here in the second.
Johnson knocking down the elbow jumper.
Yeah, the Bulls decide to send the double team with Rob Lowe. They kind of had DKP just standing there low under the hoop, and, well, Chris Johnson, he's automatic from that range. It's pretty much shooting down at the hoop from there.
The midi for Chris Johnson, that's just butter. Go ahead and wipe it on there because it's finished.
Step back. Not a lot doing in the paint for the Bulls at the moment, especially when you got Lowe and Johnson loitering around.
Josh Dilling, bingo! Gets it to go. Well, the hot streak isn't going cold for the Tuatara.
Just the defense just a little off. It looks similar to that shot there, but just letting these guys kind of let it fly a little bit. The Bulls need to get some urgency defensively if they want to work their way back into it.
Robinson does well over the top. Rob Lowe there. Got a hand to it, stays with the Tuatara, 13 on the shot clock.
It's just the competition this year, for me, it's going to be tough for you to be in that conversation of can we win a title if you don't have a premier big. You look at what the Tuatara with Lowe, Johnson, you look at what the Sharks are doing with Timmons. I think the Saints with the Ketchalier, what he's able to do defensively in the back end. It's just overall a lot of tough players in those big positions.
I mean, that's good from Jace Carter, isn't it, Charlie? Just getting them on their heels into transition and then just forcing them to stop them.
Yeah, I think that's what the Bulls are going to have to do if they want to have any chance at coming back into this one, is get stops and get out and run and try to get early offense or get to the free throw line.
Carter just trying to get himself going. 2 double-figure scores for the Bulls. It's Boyd and Witt. Carter 0 for 6 from the field right now, just 1 point. Uncharacteristic for a player who has really powered the Bulls offense for the majority of the season.
Well, before those 3 imports, they average well over 60 points a game as a triumvirate, and they are
22 now.
Having a tough time of it. 60-36. Zach Riley putting it up for Johnson. They break that up nicely to the Bulls.
Carter Witt gets a hand in there, climbs a mountain to knock that ball away.
Witt. Coming Poto, and 1. They're making things happen when they get into the key, are the Bulls. They need to settle for those early shot clock threes. Just get into their offense.
I mean, and that's the one thing we talked about, which was working for the Bulls in that first half, was that empty on-ball screen with Carter Witt and DKP. Again, nice little pocket pass from Carter Witt. Strong finish at the rim.
Yeah, it's just these are the things that the Bulls do well. You know, I think when they're at their best, this is how you're attacking. But when you're down 22 points, you just can't keep those twos going.
And Carter Witt, we talked about him leading assists in the league at 10.9, and he's already up to 7 assists. The Bulls only have 12, and 7 of those from him.
Also, his, like you pointed out in the first half, Charlie Dalton, the combination with Carmen Poto, they look like they're well in sync, on the same page.
Carmen Poto up to 11 points now. Didn't score in the game for the Bulls.
Josh Stilling fires away, no good.
Looks like the Tuatara just settling a little bit now. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a substitution with Tommy V. Just came in to see if they can't get a little bit more energy to the rim.
Boyd picked up by Davidson. Spinning, falling away. Too strong. Jace Carter on the glass.
That's some professional import basketball. I'm going to work my way back into the score sheet. You're not going to give me the ball. I'm going to tip it in. Up to 4 points now to go with 12 boards. Solid work on the glass.
A high-low with Tommy V. It's such an important factor for the Tuatara side, but good hands for Cal Robinson. Carter Witt trying to work in transition as we see Jace Carter do the splits on the far side.
Who made my abductors wince?
You've got abductors?
No, abductors, adductors, whatever. My groin.
Somewhere
that's
in that
enough.
region.
That's enough. We won't talk about.
Right, yeah, cool.
That region.
Muscles?
Muscles, yes.
There's just some muscles in there.
More tendons.
Tommy V.
This is key. This is key. It's Casey, excuse me. But they've cut it to the leaders and the teens. And now, bear me out. Like, with 5:49 to go, you want to stay in the low teens, maybe 11 or 12. You can't, as you always say, you can't get it back all at once. But try and work your way to getting it down to a manageable lead in that fourth quarter.
They've worked their way 6 points back from where they were at halftime, and it's ever so slowly. When you're down this many points, the journey starts with one step. And if you can just start stringing together, as we take a look at the two-man game between Witt and DKP off that point guard, he's doing such a nice job of threading the needle, dropping those pocket passes in there. Carter Witt, fantastic touch on the bounce pass with both hands. Unfortunately for those two, just not enough of that partnership and volume to keep it tight today.
And Charlie, I just feel as though Dom Kalmapoto, the 3x3 experience that he has at the national level, it works really well. You can just see with his footwork, 3x3 is unrelenting. It is perpetual motion. There are very few stoppages in 3x3, and he's working hard in that two-man game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest thing actually in 3x3, which you don't understand until you play a lot of it, is the biggest thing is actually screening angles. And for me, that's where DKP is getting these advantages for Carter Witt. It's almost like a brush screen. He's getting on the hip of the defender and the screening angles, forcing that 2-on-1 and then being able to play out of that. I definitely think playing 3x3 has had a huge role.
Low with the catch. Bigger. Verdanovic. Carter, 13th rebound now for Jace Carter.
Like the urgency by the Bulls defensively, though. They're starting to just hustle these Tuatara off the line a bit. Unfortunate travel there for Carter.
Turnover, that is turnover. Just turnover number 4. Both teams looking after the ball really well. Obviously experienced and disciplined guards for both teams.
And the turnovers that we have seen have been pretty much unforced. You know, it's defensive pressure isn't what's at the top of the menu today.
Beautiful skip pass.
Davidson against his former teammate. Kyle Robinson steps back, sticks it.
Isaac Davidson, he creates some nice space. You know, he's not the swiftest of foot, but his excellent footwork and his long frame allows him to create a little bit of space in those middies.
Answers right back with a step back fadeaway of his own as Carter Witt.
The 12 points now to go along with those 7 assists.
Low to Wilkie. Usually that's Wilkie in the corner.
Yeah, they're Wilkie. He's actually had 5 shots all season that hasn't been a three-pointer.
I'm surprised it's that many.
That's a career high for Dylan, I'm sure.
He's an absolute sniper, but they just like to see him build that part of his game and play off 2 feet there and still being able to facilitate.
Well, I think these last few possessions we've seen a Tuatara team that's giving in to what the Bulls want to do. The Bulls want to take away that paint, force them to 3, and that's what the Tuatara have been happy to do and haven't had a lot of efficiency out of it in this quarter.
Another long shot by the Bulls off. And it's going to be the Tuatara with the ball. Just 4 of 17 from downtown, the home team. 8 of 19 for the visitors of Tuatara. It's round 8, rivalry redemption round. Dilling to Verdanovic, left it behind. And that's going to be going the way of the Bulls.
This offense has just found a brick wall here the last few possessions. They're just not getting anything out of that corner. The rotation's all coming over, that catch is happening, but the rotation back is taking away the shot, and the Tuatara haven't been able to get that last finishing part of the offense.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy, 2 turnovers in a row. We'd like to see that guy on the 45 just attack that 1-on-2 defender a little bit better.
Kyle Robinson thought about it. Bairstow pulls down the board. Up ahead to Dilling. Whose hand did it come off?
I think that's Darian Boyd. Nice hustle there, doesn't give up on the play. Walking back in to the play. Oh, just right up to the lob. That's easy basketball.
It's another offensive rebound.
Tommy V liking this matchup. 1-on-1, spin move, gets to the rack. Tommy V.
Well, I think Robinson got that on the glass. And Robinson touched it when his feet were out of bounds.
Not happy with that.
Well, I thought it might have been a goaltend myself. I thought it hit the glass first before Robinson took it down. Take a quick look at that one. Goes up. Pretty close either way. Looks like on the way up. Can't tell if it was on the glass from that angle.
Yeah. Low. No good.
Short clock, had to get it up. Here's Boyd, felt the bump. Puts it up with the left. It'll head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
Yeah, once again, getting out early in transition, just attacking the defenders while they're on their heels. They're in no sort of position to take any charge while their feet are moving.
Sorry, keep going, Charlie.
No,
my bad.
man.
No, I just thought, speaking of early, it's Darude Sandstorm, and they've gone it early. They're throwing everything at their home team.
It is way too early
to play Darude Sandstorm. I mean, we're talking 3rd quarter, guys.
Especially when you're down 20, because that's starting the party. You can't start the party at this point if you're down 20 at home.
Well, to be fair, it's not 20 anymore. It's 18.
20-ish.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
17.
Working its way down. Working its way down.
It's a very precise statistical sport.
We might have ourselves, but the Root Sandstorm is not on right now, guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the Bulls can get it to about that 12 mark, then all of a sudden it's a different sort of visual appearance heading into that fourth quarter. Tommy V, pick, pop. Not so hot on that one.
Lost their patience. I'd like to see it get to the third or the fourth pass just a few times to keep that offense humming from side to side.
Got a real opportunity here, the Bulls, to force them into fouls. They just need to bend the Tuatara defense, because as you said, Casey, they are just taking not so much bad shots, but they're just sort of looking lackadaisical in their offense. And defense, they're just on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, it just feels as though you would say, the classic is they've taken their foot off the pedal.
They've only got 7 points in this third quarter, the Tuatara.
And this is after 26 and 29 in the first. And Jace Carter finding some range. He's up to 7 points. And suddenly, 14 isn't all that far away from where they're trying to get to.
Charlie Dalton, we got a ball game.
We do have a ball game indeed. Things are starting to heat up here in the stockyard. Let's see if the Tuatara can respond.
Wilkie on the drive.
Who said he can't drive? I take everything back I just said.
The stats said he couldn't drive. But he does put it on the floor here and takes it straight to the cup. And a talented scorer. Dylan Wilkie, I think, is a guy that's just looking for that more ability to take playing time. He's got great size.
He's got long arms.
Obviously a quick trigger. And has that ability to put a lot of points on the board in a short amount of time. This time he does it off the bounce and responds. When the Tuatara did need a little bit of a response, as it was close as it had been since halftime.
3-point play opportunity converted for Dylan Wilkie and the Tuatara. How many 2-point attempts is that for Dylan now in the season? Did you say 5 before? So maybe that's 7 now?
No, the last one he passed, so I think we're still at 6.
True, you're right.
Hey, it's good to know what your role is. Shooters be shooting, like Darian Boyd.
Oh, it's fallen to Carter Witt. That's good hustle on the glass, and he'll go to the line to shoot too.
Like Carter Witt's game, he keeps coming. He doesn't look for scoring as much as possibly other imports do. Fantastic facilitator, but right place, right time. Creating his own hustle with a little bit of muscle. Puts it up on the glass and a chance to cut it back a little further.
Carter leads the league in assists, just under 11 a game. Spent 2 years at Wake Forest in the ACC, 2 years at Furman, and then at Belmont. And he's just come out of the German league as well. Big game coming up after this one. Nuggets, Sharks. Hugh Bainan, Crystal Ledger-Walker on the call for that one. Bulls only down 15 now. 15, yeah, it can be a bit of a blowout, but it was much worse than that in the first half. And this is a good fight back in the third. It's Johnson to the cup.
Charge call?
It is, charge call.
Well, I would be interested to see where those feet were in relation to the charge circle.
Yeah, that was very close.
To me, it looked like it came out a little bit late. And you see the officials talk about it just a wee bit. Yeah, that's the right place.
It was outside.
Good call there. So it did move his feet well. Nice job by Jace Carter. Puts his body on the line. He's had a heck of a quarter here. 7 points, 14 rebounds overall. And still a chance for the Bulls to keep those inroads going here in the third.
Absolutely. I talked about if they can get it to 12 at about that fourth quarter mark, then even just like for a mental standpoint of view, you're looking at the scoreboard and you're like, okay, we're 4 possessions away, 4 threes away, and you've got a full 10 minutes to do it. So a few big possessions incoming here for the Franklin Bulls.
2 minutes, they got to keep it going. 20-10 is the advantage to the Bulls here in this third quarter. But it's all for naught if they don't finish it over the last 2 minutes.
Boyd driving. Oh, fouled. And he dribbled it off his foot, but that's because he was fouled. Zach Riley.
We'll take it from another angle. Let's see where that contact's at. That's an easy call. Easy call there. Wilkie closed that gap. He did not get in front of him there. I'm sorry, Zach Riley there. Sorry, not Wilkie. Was that technical called? Too much complaining. I think we got a tee.
There was a tee.
Is that Tom Vodanovic picks up?
Tom Vodanovic getting a technical foul?
Did Tom Vodanovic get a technical foul?
It's got to be his first of his career, right?
It is. It's the first. It's the first today, Charlie.
Okay.
Boyd makes the technical foul.
Oh, quit while you're ahead, Tommy.
Tell you what, speaking of technical
Chris
fouls.
Johnson's trying to give him the same advice.
Corey Webster and Ty Webster playing with each other, but they had a big win. That's going to help the Jets for sure.
Oh, it's going to be a great game tomorrow afternoon from 2 p.m. Jets Saints to close out rivalry round. Ty and Corey on the same team. My goodness, that's box office.
Father coaching, it's something special.
Well, I was trying to think of if there's ever been siblings playing for a dad. The only one I can maybe think of is Carl Dickel.
Stop right there, Chris Johnson.
Another traffic dunk.
Man, just set him up. He'll knock him down.
14 is the lead.
Go back to my point that got so rudely interrupted by the highlight as Darian Boyd gets fouled again. Zach Riley, sorry, he's gonna have to watch himself because he's close to probably getting another technical here. Tuatara need to not worry about officials, worry about the play.
Well, they've lost their composure a little bit here as we come to the end of the third. They're protesting calls. They've just struggled offensively. And Bairstow dropping it off. Nice find. it's the 180.
It's just what a finish, man. Nice little drop off.
Look at his face afterwards as well. Just no emotion. Just like, yeah, this is what I do.
Not the first time he's done that one. But I will go back and mention that I think Mark Dickel and Richard Dickel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they played at the same
Carl,
time.
Dad.
But for Carl back in the day in the Nuggets. So possibly the second time we've had, but I can't think of too many other siblings at the same time being coached by the parent.
Here's Dilling with Vodanovic on the block. Two-man game, high-low action, broken up nicely by the Bulls here. Robinson got his hand in it.
Good fight on the post. You know, Tommy Vodanovic, he loves to get down low and really force people out of position with those physical seals, but that time Robinson does well to win that battle.
Chris Johnson will head to the break.
A bit more energy in the air from the Bulls defense. Isaac Davidson thought he should have let that one go, but gets to his midi instead. Cowabunga, how about Isaac Davidson?
Big shot there. Taking his time, gets to his spot. Thought he had the first three as well, but goes to the midi.
Boyd. Nice cut from Robinson. That's a travel. I mean, it was a good lead screen from Dom Calman-Poto as well to clean the lane up, but unfortunately a turnover for the Bulls.
And this is when you're trying to come back, those are the turnovers that will just really halt that momentum that they've been doing so well, continuing to go through. Still a 25-14 quarter, but to get it to 12 with a chance to get it back to 10 with a stop, you lose a little bit of that energy off that.
Bairstow. Yeah, Chase Carter went to the floor hard.
Doing really well. Getting to that slow step, which is used so much more in today's modern age of basketball. Instead of playing off 2 feet, you kind of land on that last foot and just hold there for a second, and does well to draw the contract.
Tough day for Elias Beggar. 10 minutes on the court. He just picked up his 4th personal foul.
Make him count.
He's the only true size that this Bulls team has, and he just has not been able to stay on the hardwood for very long. Sean Bairstow has slotted in nicely on his return. 8 points, 4 rebounds, impactful on both ends.
Bairstow making the second.
Nice response from the Tuatara to close the quarter. 6 quick points here. stretching it back to 16. It had been as tight as 12 here in the third. Your Bulls have one last push.
Yeah, we see Hunter Saville into the game for the Bulls now at that point guard position.
He's got the ball now, finding Boyd. 8 to shoot. Plenty of time, and Boyd makes his move. Going right with the left.
Tough take there from Darren Boyd. 1 second left. Half-court heave. Robbie Lowe!
Off the glass and in for Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe to end the third quarter, and, well, that certainly doesn't help the Bulls' case of coming back.
74-57, a highlight to end the third quarter here at the Franklin Pauline Leisure Centre. My hockey, my Rob Lowe from half court, banking it in. Just his second field goal of the game, and the vet gets the highlight play to end the third. Gives them a 17-point lead here, the Tuatara. 74-57. Start of the fourth quarter at the Franklin Pauline Leisure Centre. And it was a good fight back from the Franklin Bulls. 27 in that third quarter. And it's going to be a strong finish for the Tuatara as Dan Ryan joins us now, Bulls coach. Coach, a much better response out of halftime in that third quarter, but still in a 17-point deficit here. What do you tell your team in that break there between quarters to get it done in the fourth?
No, it was all their talk, guys. I didn't do a great job getting us ready for this game, and then our guys did an unbelievable job talking in the locker room about some simple tactical things we can adjust, and then we came out and played much better. Total credit to our playing group there.
Defensively in that third quarter, it seemed like you made a better impact on the Tuatara squad, forcing them into that rotation in the corner. What did you change there in terms of the strategy defensively to just slow down what had been a really efficient offense in the first half?
Yeah, we're just playing one step more aggressively on both sides of the floor, and it's really helping.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Carter Whitt. Again, operating with DKP, who kicks it on to Cal Robinson, and that three is good.
He needed to find that one, hit the bottom of the net, just to give this Bull squad a little bit of confidence in the perimeter game. That one gets them up to 27% and gets Robinson up to 8 points on the day. But more importantly, I think might just stretch that Tuatara defense to open up some of the possibilities in the drives to the bucket.
Yeah, it's cool to hear from Coach Dan Ryan that that was a player-led conversation at halftime. I got to catch up with Zion Anderson, who's on the bench right now, and then also Cal Robinson throughout the week, and they said such a key factor is just the connection piece that this Bulls side has. Great chemistry, and they all love playing with each other.
Good ownership from Coach Ryan. say it's on him to get this playing group prepared. And there's Boyd charging to the cup. Casey Ioane just right on his hip as well.
Yeah, just enough defensively because of the length, and now he comes back the other way.
Oh my goodness. Left hand finish from Ioane.
Got him on the skates. Getting a little slippery there down the bottom. Jace Carter's not going to want to see that highlight again, but Ioane with a nice strong finish.
78-60. Robinson feeling it. Misses it. And this lead can go up to 20 or over here with this possession.
Tuatara just picked up their aggressiveness just a bit here in the fourth quarter. You can see them a little bit more patient in attacking the rim.
Rob Lowe held. Yeah, they just look like they've just shifted through a gear out of that third quarter. Good reset at three-quarter time. And this looked a little bit lackadaisical compared to what the first half was like for the Tuatara. Led from the jump. And here's Josh Dilling. Slotted in nicely, has the American into the Tuatara. Hey, Zach Davidson. Just plug and play for Isaac Davidson in his old haunt.
Still hotter than Tim Payne's Instagram account right now, I'll tell you that. You've been following that at all?
That surely's over 3 million now, Charlie Dalton.
It's ridiculous.
And an offensive foul. Kalman Poto just called for it.
Well, the lead stretched back out to 21. Take another look at it. I thought he stopped, but some screens are set a little bit more forcefully than others and tend to get the attention of the officials a little bit more easily.
21 is Bairstow right down the lane, finishing with a sweeping right hand. Timeout, Dan Ryan and the Bulls. Not the start they wanted, a 9-3 run to open the fourth.
You know, off the back of a great third quarter where they won 27-19, it's not what they want coming out of that quarter break.
He just lost that urgency. It looked like they had found it towards the latter half of that third quarter. And if they could have stepped up in these first 2.5 minutes here in the fourth, you'd have a real ball game. Instead, it swapped the other way. As you mentioned, Moles, that 9-3 run to open the quarter. Suddenly the Tuatara are well in control, and the Bulls have a mighty uphill slide to try and overcome to finish this game out.
Yeah, well, it probably doesn't help when at the end of such a great third quarter, Rob Lowe hits a half-court heave. And really just extends that lead a little bit more. That definitely hurts the mental state a little bit.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, because they were fighting through that third quarter. They did a really good job.
Let's go.
And then, yeah, that three is just a bit of a momentum energy killer. So the lead back to 23 here for the Tuatara. And the Bulls, who've never led, but we're down by as much as 28 to the Tuatara in that first half.
With 7.5 left. Got a question, are they going to be able to find a little bit of juice for one more push?
It sounded like you were going to call it there, Casey. Really did.
If they don't start getting something going now, you know, it's right on the cusp. I'm going to close up that Esky.
Here's Boyd. On Dilling. Rebound forced to Lowe.
Someone's wide open.
Bairstow. Danovich. Dilling's hit. It's another one in this game.
Another one on Boyd.
I want to
4 or 5.
I want to say 5. Maybe 4. Maybe there was one in Rapid.
Yeah, there was one in Rapid.
There was one in Rapid. If you didn't see the Rapid League game, Tuatara.
Darian Boyd picks up foul number 4 as well.
That's not the one. That is not the one. Carl Robinson's got 4. Kalman Poto's got 3.
Well, if Dilling hits these next 2, he'll be in double figures. Be the third Tuatara to hit the mark today.
Makes the second one, missed the first. Missed the second. Ball don't lie, perhaps.
I think it was definitely a foul, mate.
No, it did. He fouled out, definitely. Kalman Poto Nice bucket. It's just been few and far between, but Dom Carmen Poto is got a problem.
We've got a clock issue.
Usually it's at the start of the game, so I'm impressed here.
We had the question mark about who possession was going to at the start of the third quarter. Now we're just going to get a little huddle while we add some seconds.
Another cheeky little opportunity for not a player timeout, but a kind of player timeout.
Alice Bigger's going to check back in the game to see if he can foul out.
Give it a go.
84-62.
Can't take him home.
There's Bigger there. And here are the next 3 games for everybody. The Franklin Bulls, 3 away games, and they have to go south to do it. They're on their southern swing. Nuggets and Sharks next round. That is a tough swing, and then they got the Hawks after that, the following round.
It's unfortunate because June is when the swing gets tough. The Tuatara, a little bit of a homestand with the Rams. That's going to be a fantastic match next week with possibly first place on the line, depending on what else is going on. The Airs on the road down to Taranaki and New Plymouth, and then the Saints coming back up to Auckland. It's going to be a powerful week for those top-of-the-table teams.
Yeah, those are double whammies because you put a loss on somebody, get a win, you get separation, obviously.
Looks like we're going to restart the fourth quarter here. Let's go up to 10. Just give it a bit more time.
Okay, I'm happy. As long as we go big.
Nuggets Sharks is next. If the Tuatara win, they will be temporarily, I believe, in first place for a bit.
I believe so.
And then the Sharks have to try and get a win to stay there. And then tomorrow, King's Birthday basketball, Jets and Saints from Fly Palmy Arena in Palmerston North.
Just trying to get the clock back. So a clock issue just holding things up here. And that is a very interesting couple of games coming up. They've got the ears away for the Tuatara, but the Rams, you know, the Saints, was it? And that's how it looks, as you can see on the top there, by virtue of the live standings. The Tuatara will go top until the result of the Nugget Sharks game will decide that. Sharks will go top again if they beat the Nuggets next on Sky Sport.
And we're back. Clock's just about fixed.
So 6:38 remaining in this one. It's a 22-point lead for the Tuatara over the Bulls. Nesto. Oh, what a pass. To Vajanovic, left hand and one. And I think that is Bigger. And he is done for the day.
That was about a 3-second sub.
It was.
Poor dude.
I wonder what the record is. Fastest foul out.
Oh, it's much faster than this. 10 minutes is nothing.
Was it you, Casey?
We've seen an import maybe 8 minutes.
I think breakers that was, though. I'm trying to think of, like I know I fouled out in the Aussie League in 8 minutes before. In the NZNBL, I can't think of. The sub 10's pretty good because we like it a little physical over here.
Was there a Hawks import who fouled out in fewer than 10 minutes?
It's possible, yes.
I think maybe last season or the season before. And like their first game.
Always the first game. It's going to happen early in the season.
If you're an import pick, you're going to pick up fouls. You just got to get used to it.
Just got to get used to things.
The run is no good from Carter Witt. Cal Robinson needs to be careful. He doesn't pick up another foul because that'll be him done for the game as well. Stolen away. Here's Chase Carter. He's fouled. The game really has got away from the Bulls here. They had an opportunity to really close it up until the end of the third, where Rob Lowe just banked in a mid-court heave. No, heave is an incorrect way. It was a well-judged runner.
Yeah, it looked like it was in motion, really. It just didn't have to heave that at all. It's a good thing, because I don't know if Rob really has the strength to heave from that far back.
Wemby-ish, you could say. off to the races with Besto. Again, using that slow step that I talked about before, just hanging on one leg, draws the contact, and another chance at the charity stripe.
I tell you what, Besto has looked really good in this game coming back from quite a few weeks out. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's been rumored that he's on the cusp of a comeback the last few weeks. I think in some aspects physically he was ready, but in others just wasn't quite right. But a boon for them to get this guy back with his size, what he can mean to them as a multi-positional defender. In particular, I think is where he's going to bring a lot of value.
And that is Boyd's 5th foul, and he has done the import. Darren Boyd, 19 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist, and he's fouled out of the game with 5:40 to go.
No Boyd, no bigger. And Robinson, a little bit of foul trouble as Carter misses the layup. Carter and Robinson. We got Carter and Bairstow getting a little into it up there.
Rob Lowe, straight away 3 is good.
Game comes so easy to him, man.
It does, and just like that, he's up to 12 points. He's only taken 7 shots on the day. Quiet 12, or you could say a loud 12 with a half-court shot in there as well.
Just so efficient, Rob Lowe. Not so much on his shoulders this season as opposed to previous seasons for the Tuatara. Robinson's 3 is strong, and it falls to the Tuatara here.
Well, the Tuatara want just stretch out possessions. They're looking for 20 seconds every time down the court.
Wilkie's 3 is on the way. It's good.
Butterball. Dylan Wilkie, man, it just strokes it so beautifully.
It's the biggest lead of the game for the Tuatara. It's 33. Jace Carter.
And,
it's definitely starting to unravel here, isn't it?
Is it the stockyard or is it the slaughterhouse?
Oh,
wow.
Set him up. And look, well, at least it's not home kill.
I think it is. It is.
Well, technically it is, I guess.
It's ugly. They're at home and they're getting killed.
Bairstow went for the purposeful foul. Instead, Carter just takes the layup.
Jace Carter, 9 points now. 15 rebounds for Jace Carter.
Clinical performance by the Tuatara today. Responded when the Bulls did make that push late as Ledger is the recipient of a Rob Lowe assist.
I'll tell you what, fellas, and Casey, I'll go to you because you know the permutations of playoffs, but if you're finishing on similar records, and at the moment that top 4, there's probably a game between the top 4 and the standings, as I know that you're going to go to the standings and just clarify that. But this blowout win is really going to help. They won Rapid by about 12 off the top of my head, Charlie Dalton.
It was 43-31 today in the Rapid game.
And now they're leading by 31. Like, points percentage is going to be a strong factor as you look at the live standings now, as the Tuatara, when they eventually win this game, will go momentarily to the top because the Sharks play the Nuggets next.
And what we see there is win percentage, but what it doesn't show you is that the Tuatara have the highest points percentage in the competition right now. They're already at 115.8. So this will add to the lead that they have there. And what that means is exactly what you're talking about, Moles, is that a tie will go to the team who scored the most points. So certainly the Tuatara, with that win in Rapid League, with a big blowout win against the Bulls, are future-proofing themselves in the event of a tie as we take another look at those games coming up.
But that's 2 huge games in the 3 there. All due respect to the Airs. Tough to play the Airs at home, but the Rams and the Saints, 2 games, Charlie, that they'll target, because that will also, you know, you inflict a loss on a team around you, that's as good as 2 wins.
And really, it is the Saints that are closest to them in the points percentage because they've had some big blowout wins as well. And it is a game within a game. It's something that I think, especially for new players to the league, you're not thinking about those points, especially in Rapid League, especially in the games. But when it comes down to it, it is going to be all important for one of those tiebreakers.
Also, Charlie, as you know, when you're in a blowout win, you need to call timeouts. You need to call BNZ player timeouts.
You do, obviously, it's Josh Ledger!
Oh, he's going to get
powerhouse.
I'm so disappointed in that technical foul call.
Give me the tech.
Really, he'll take it. But I just don't think there's I don't think you need that tee. Yes, there's a little bit of a pull-up on there, but the momentum is harder to pull on. Somebody's underneath you. You don't want to fall down. Definitely did a pull-up, though.
That's excessive.
That's an extra rep, though, you know, it's gains.
I tell you what, if I could do that, I'd do that every day. But yeah, maybe just too much.
It was too much. It is too much.
It was just too much. The referee got it right.
Essentially, what we're looking for is if there's a chance not to call it, they don't want to. But you made it too hard there, Josh. Trying to work on the lat game, trying to mog people out there. Oh my!
Oh no! Chris Johnson. Oh, just a light.
The tap and the flush.
I like to call that one a plain shakalaka. It's not a boom shakalaka, it's just a plain shakalaka. You know, a plain shakalaka is actually a type of bird.
Is it really? Did you look that up?
No, I was broadcasting once and I said, throw me some words, and everyone knows I like to say boom shakalaka. Someone said, how about pop in a plain shakalaka?
It doesn't feel to me like you've actually fact-checked this, Charlie.
No, it's a bird. I searched it up.
Have you actually played?
ChatGPT doesn't count, bro.
Do you think he's actually played KC NBA?
That's 3 flushes in a row.
That one deserves a boom shakalaka.
Well, has he actually played what, Mo?
NBA Jam. Have you played NBA Jam?
No.
You just know boom shakalaka.
This kid. He doesn't even know where he's stealing it from.
He's not stealing.
I just like sounds. Shabba-dabba-doo, yabba-doo, boom shakalaka.
Got a yabba-dabba-doo and a boom shakalaka and don't know the equivalent of what they're from.
Nice pass.
Do you even know what NBA Jam was?
No.
Fantastic.
One of the greatest
Look at that
video
flush.
games.
Chris Johnson puts it down. Casey Owane started the Rapid League game with a dunk on the back door. Chops into the South NZNBL to put his squad up 36. Chris Johnson, easiest dunker maybe I've ever seen.
Ever in this league, in the South NZNBL.
It just flushes it with.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll flush this one. Give you another one. Just fantastic to see him back. May he play as long as he wants.
It's fantastic. He's back. I got so excited when I saw that he was coming back into the league. 40 years old, but doesn't look it, doesn't play like it. The game comes so easy to him. Stolen away. And we're officially in garbage time.
Saville lets it fly, drops it down. Says, I'll get this points percentage back in our favor just a wee bit. Don Kemapoto looks like the last starter standing for the Bulls.
Bulls in this game have just been rocked by the Tuatara from the get-go. 103-72. It's rivalry round, but there's no redemption for another loss the Bulls are taking here in the South NZNBL at the hands of the Tuatara. The wins over the Tuatara have been few and far between in this rivalry.
But
have you lost to the Bulls? Charlie, off the top of your head, I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, I don't think you would have.
You don't remember losses, bro.
I don't. I had my career high against the Bulls at the Stockyard.
That you remember.
Yeah,
how much?
27.
Oh, 27, I was going to say like 14.
Oh, wow. Low blow, Mo. What's your career?
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Takes it personal immediately. I like it.
Couldn't get 30, huh? 103-72.
No, it's but I think Bulls fans should take heart because it does seem to be, as we see the miss there by the Wilkie triple, but a little bit of a divide, I think, in the talent at that very top, where I think you're going to see a fight for that first 2 spots between those 4 teams. But the Bulls, they're still in that mix of squads that are really fighting for 5 and 6, and they're going to have a chance to bounce back. They've got enough talent to make it tight, but need to do just a better job about the elite teams as you get another chance for a win a ticket to the big game. Promise the ones you come to will be a little bit closer to this one. Use that QR code. All thanks to BNZ, trying to inspire the next generation of Kiwi hoopers.
Zion Anderson to inbound. Zion Anderson, actually fluent in French. He grew up in France. He moved there when he was about 9 years old, I think it was, and came back when he was 16 and joined me at Rosemary College. He's also got a 3x3 natty.
That's good intel. Oh, Wane with another flush.
How about this fourth quarter of smashes? Dunks galore. Casey Wane.
I mean, he set the tone of the day for the Tuatara in the Rapid League with the dunk first possession for them. So put someone in the legs today. Springs in his cereal.
Stolen away by Ioane. And the Tuatara will call the BNZ player timeout to lead us to the end of this game with 105-72 on the score. And we'll see what the Tuatara can conjure up here. Don't forget, Nuggets Sharks. Hugh Bain and Crystal Ledger-Walker on the call coming up. And that is going to be a fun game to watch. Huge game for the Nuggets. And another big game for the Sharks.
Nuggets already have the one-game series advantage there, winning to tip the season off, but going to have a tougher Sharks team on their home court this time around, coming up to down to the Edgar Center, or up to the Edgar Center, sorry, from Southland. And it's going to be a terrific matchup.
Wiley kicking it out. Ioane.
Oh, dunk it again.
Smash it again. Indeed. Casey Ioane again. He's got like 4 dunks today.
What's that? 8 points, 4 dunks from the math. Full court heave, that's not going to go, but, well, a pretty dominant display from the Auckland Tuatara in the battle of the 09. Isaac Davidson, has he joined the good side of Auckland, or?
We take no sides in the commentary booth when it comes to the 09, my friends. Isaac Davidson is our MVP. 22 points for Isaac Davidson, 7 of 10 shooting. And we congratulate him and the Tuatara. Nuggets Sharks next on Sky Sport 3. Thanks so much for watching. On behalf of Casey Frank, Charlie Dalton, the Sky Sport crew, we bid you farewell. We're good for these lengths in case he comes back. Sweet.
Put us on the camera. Yeah, for the other games I've kind of been doing a little bit more of a mixture between like the play-by-play
Yeah.
and stuff, which has been fun.
That's good.
No, this was fun to join you guys.
Yeah, man.
We talked about when they play the Saints, me doing the sideline commentating, but I'm in Aussie, so
Oh, okay.
I'll try and get on a few more games while I'm home.
Yeah, dude, these 3 minutes. Am I right?
Nice one, Chaz.
Shot chairs.
Good thing you didn't have to do that second game because you'd be right in there right now.
He just said that.
I would be sprinting.
Yeah.
Around the corner.
I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't mind.
Okay, cool. We're doing this. Sorry, Charlie.
Highlights, bud. to see you, bub. Catch you around.
I'm not doing our three-way to
Yeah, three-way. That's us.
Good stuff.
We're the 3 best friends that anyone ever had.
All right, here we go.
Take him out. You want me to, like, tackle him? Hold on. Oh, so, wait, you want Charlie to stay?
Rob's, Rob's going to walk you out.
Well, just hang for a bit.
Yeah.
But outside the room, not in here. You know, I'm joking, bro. Just joking.
Just. I know.
Somebody's going to come walk you out
the
now.
DA is coming to walk you out.
Oh, sorry.
20 seconds.
My squats in.
Well, will you wait? Can you pose for us? But like sexy.
Can you just leave him alone, man? Just leave him
but like really sexy.
Hello.
There is a plain chuckalaka.
I told you.
Rob, text it. I just got it now, Rob. Plain chuckalaka. Bye, Charlie. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
Later, Bo.
Kia ora te whānau, and welcome along to the Sal's NBL highlight show for round 8. And we start Friday night, the Airs and the Jets from TSB Stadium, New Plymouth.
And what a lineup for the Jets. Both Webster brothers in there for the first time this season. The Taranaki Airs back to New Plymouth for the first time after a couple games in Hawara. Would that be able to get them on the right foot and back on the winning ways?
To Saturday we go. And the Phi and the Hawks from Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre in Tauranga.
This was a matchup of an early season one that went the Phi way, but the Phi have brought in Jordan Natai to get a little bit better. The Hawks, a new team, much stronger up front, but would that stoutness be enough in the front court to take the win on the road?
Another game on your Saturday. There's a double header, and it was Rams-Giants from Parakiori, Christchurch. The new arena for the Rams looking to resume normal service.
And in the first round of rivalry action, the Giants just went down on their home court by 2. Would they be able to keep it as tight on the road a little bit further south?
Sunday on the long weekend, the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre in Pukekohe and the Battle of the 09, the Bulls hosting the Tuatara.
First game of the season, the Bulls played it tight before the Tuatara pulled away in the 4th. But a refreshed Tuatara lineup means they have more depth, and it would be that much more difficult for the Bulls to defend the Stockyard.
And the second game on your Sunday was the Nuggets and the Sharks from the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. The Nuggets had already got one over the Sharks previously